Test. Ask McKinney, this your Facebook page. Here.
All right, we had some sound difficulties, but we're back, man. So, guys, man, y'all introduce yourselves. These are some East Central Hornets, and y'all introduce yourselves, guys.
Jake Dansville, Kel Hollinger,
What's y'all classification?
2025.
All seniors. All seniors. All right. So, each one of y'all tell us what are you looking forward to your senior year?
Just stepping up to be a leader and watch from start ninth grade, and you see all the upperclassmen ahead of you, and you just know one day you're going to be that guy.
All right, what you got for me?
Being the same thing, being a team leader, stepping up, and playing football.
Absolutely. Let me hear yours now. What you got?
I guess just making a change from last year and playing a whole lot better than what we did.
I got it. So look, so what I've been doing to all the players, I've been putting pressure on all of them. All right. Give me a great impression of how Coach Huff acts when he's upset with you guys as a team. Somebody's got to do it, man. One of y'all got to do it.
Something like that. Find a table.
You got one in front of you. Don't give us a good.
Do it. Could you act it? Could any one of y'all act it? Come on. Can anyone act it how Coach would do? We didn't get the first down. All right, look. We didn't. Right. We didn't. Y'all, you didn't get the first down, and you needed the first down. So how Coach would act to it?
Coming in from halftime. Home, boys, home. Don't want to be at that table.
Love it, man. Oh man, I know you guys had a disappointing season last year. What are some things as a senior class? What can y'all do to turn it around? Instead of 3-7, how y'all go 7-3 this year?
Attitude.
All right, attitudes. What you got?
Teamwork.
Team.
Not just one person.
Okay.
It's not really side of the ball either. Try to put a lot of excitement in our practice.
Gotcha.
Oh, definitely, man. So, what are some personal goals have you set for yourself this season, and how do you plan to achieve them? Y'all can start with any way y'all want to start.
Well, we started talking about goals last week, and we had a meeting up this morning, or this afternoon. Just like I said, being a leader and going out there, just try to be we did last year, and try to be better than what we've done. Get back to how Central football supposed to be played.
Right.
A better year, and everyone worked together. Teamwork. I mean, big thing last year was everyone wanted to do their own thing, looking out for themselves, and the whole team. We need better teamwork, more leaders. Do your job. Set goals for what you want to achieve, and play for the person next to you.
Definitely, man. What game is y'all looking forward to the most this season?
The next one.
I like that answer, man. Coach got y'all well trained, man. So, how do you think the team has improved since last season over the summer, and what are expectations for this year?
Well, definitely the weight room. Just like Coach Huff said,
I can tell. Country boy yoked up.
Weight room, and then again attitudes. Going out with the mindset that this is what we're here to work and get better, and that's going to bring us into the season.
Athleticism. We've been practicing hard on that during the season. I think it definitely improved as a team as a whole.
I mean, like I said, do your job, go out and get your stuff together.
You the quiet twin, ain't you?
So
you the quiet twin, ain't you?
I guess so.
Yeah, you gotta watch the quiet ones, man. Them the ones that you gonna get cracked back on or whatever, man. But go ahead.
I couldn't help but notice about what these guys got
they
on.
fresh. Them boots, they
I
got
love the
$300
boots.
pair of boots.
I wish we could put it on
The
there.
tighter the pants, the cleaner the boots.
So
they have to go compensate each
So
other.
are those y'all most comfortable boots that y'all own? I know y'all probably own multiple boots. So is that one of the most comfortable ones you got?
Yes, sir. Probably.
We gonna give everybody a look at y'all. Don't mind? Can we show everybody the? Can we show everybody the? Look at my guys, man.
big cat.
Clean.
A whole lot of
Yes,
cowboy,
sir. Man, have some uniform up.
I was hoping left y'all. Would y'all play in the booth, man?
If y'all could. If they could.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
All right, I got one more question before we let you guys go, man. Thank y'all for coming for one. What is the games you guys circled on that calendar, man? We gotta have this.
The next one.
Okay. I want
one.
them to give me a team. I know they did.
The next one.
Give me one game. Just a game across the river. All right.
Oh, the last game of the year.
Yeah. Okay. That's a
rival
big game.
games always gonna be that.
Big game. You got anything else for me?
Let's see. What is a message you want to tell the community that come out and cheer for y'all every Friday and support y'all? Y'all want to give them any encouraging words for y'all?
It's an honor of the world. Come on, you know, give it a shot.
Yeah.
We appreciate everything they do.
Most definitely, man. The community was make everything, man. So like they every Friday night they come out there to see y'all play. Win, lose, draw, they come out there to see y'all play. I appreciate y'all fellas, and I can't wait to see y'all week 1. I will be there when the county comes to the Hurley, man. It's gonna be a good game, man. I can't wait. Yeah, ain't that far of a drive for me this year.
Man, thank you guys, man. We appreciate everything for you, man. Y'all have a blessed season, man. Thank you.
Anyone of y'all with the strongest horn? Baddest horn? You will? Yeah, I can see they got good. Boy, they got them legs. What you squatting, man? I can see them big ass guys, man. What? You running the ball?
Yes, sir.
Like I say, I have always been and then they gonna hit you with a trick play, whether it's a tight end going up the top. Hey, man, that was the year I coached. They gotta get raised and come up in the box. Oh yeah, everybody. That's the thing. They gonna play the box on y'all. Keep a tight end out there. Coach, man, keep one out there.
All right, next school's up is we got Resurrection. Resurrection for you. That's right. Okay. Got that visor. Got some big game visors. Big game visors.
I wonder if that was the reason why.
What happened?
I heard that mic hooked up in that, and this was the one, because this the one that's on the table. It's the one that you can't even tell. And I can't.
I don't know. It's all good. It's all good. We got everybody back. No, you can have a seat.
There he is, the man.
What up?
What's up, Kyle?
What up?
Let's see.
These boys don't know the relationship.
They don't.
They have no idea.
None whatsoever. They don't know I'm doing this because of him. They don't know.
They have no idea.
None
He was
whatsoever.
in my 9th grade class at Go Shack.
Tech Discovery. Yeah.
I way to open it up, man. Coach has touched many lives all over the coast, man. So, this is the head coach of Resurrection. Please introduce yourself to everyone, please.
Thank you. I'm Eric Denmark, head football coach. This will be my 3rd year and athletic director. Resurrection.
I got you, coach. So, listen, how many years have you been coaching and teaching?
Ooh, since '93, count them all. How many has that been, guys?
That's
30
years.
30 plus
30
years. I was a policeman before that. Then Bill Matthews hired me at Pascagoula, and it's been down here ever since. So.
Coach, what is the joy you get from coaching these long time? Because if you coach that long, what that tells me is you love it. You love kids. You love school setting. Tell me, what is the joy you get out of it?
Well, the kids today, they're a whole lot different than when I was growing up, so I've had to adapt a whole lot and overcome some of it. But, you know, just seeing the look on their face when they left it all out on the field, that's one joy. You know, I tell them that's the reason why I get up every morning is come down there to teach them, and then fortunate and blessed enough to coach them in the afternoon. But the biggest thing, and I ain't gonna lie to you, is like when you see people like Bingo here. Mm-hmm. You know, you coached him probably 20, 30 years ago, maybe 20-something years ago at Goshen High School. And he was in my Tech Discovery class, and he did all my breakdown of the season. and look at him now. This is what he does, and I see him on Facebook, and I follow him, and I see how he intermingles with the kids, and it just brings joy to my heart. And I was a real part of that. So, you know,
That's
God
awesome.
blessed me with some good kids.
Oh, definitely, man. I swear I used to have fun with Coach Denmark, man, and take discovery. You don't teach no more, obviously, huh?
Yeah, I teach Project Lead the Way. I teach robotics and Autodesk.
Pretty much same thing.
Same thing, basically, because we did have robotics in the.
Yeah, we did.
And we had Autodesk.
We did, yeah.
It was old Autodesk, but I teach that now.
Okay.
To 8th graders, and I teach flight and space. We Bernoulli's principle, you know, lift, gravity, all that stuff. We build planes and rockets, and you know, I do that with the 7th grade. So I get to see them as a young, you know, adult. You know, I tell them we're not kids no more. We're going to be young adults, 7th graders and 8th graders. And so far, 11 years. I'm starting my 12th year at Resurrection, so I've been blessed.
It is a blessing, Coach. What are your main goals for the team this season?
I just wanted to be competitive. We lost some good football players, but you know we got a core of linemen coming back that block and for Daniel and for Luke Snower. So offensively, we're installing a new system because Johnny Rogers is my offensive coordinator. We're still going to do what we did last year, but with a little twist here and there with Johnny's stuff. And Coach Sisson and Coach Ricky are running the defense, and that's enough said. When Coach Sisson has his hands on something, it's going to be a good deal.
Good to have an extra head. You got like 3 former head coaches on your staff.
Right now, it's me, you know, as the baby head coach, because this is my 3rd year. You had Scott Sisson, he's my defense coordinator, and Johnny Rogers, my offensive coordinator. They both head coaches. So it's
like 60 years of experience of coaching.
Total altogether, I think we came up with it last year. It's 132 years of coaching, because Ricky Connect's been coaching with Scott at Pascagoula as a paraprofessional for 20 plus years.
Right.
We have Gabe King out there right now. That's my quarterback's son, daddy. He's going to coach DBs this year, and to see him with those kids, it's a blessing.
Coach King's a good guy,
I'm
man.
going to tell you, he gets after them, and they respect him so much. You know, whatever he says, they're going to do.
Okay.
And that's what I try to surround myself with, is that type of caliber person that believes that, you know, we're molding these young men to be products of society, Christian young men, needless to say. And, you know, they get their share of religion every day, and which I love. And, you know, that's been a blessing. I guess that's why I'm down there. So.
Right, I swear. Last season, the Eagles they were 1 game away from going to South State, wasn't it?
Yeah, we actually I missed that game. I was at Deaconsville. I'm studying to be a deacon, but Scott took that game over. We played Velma Jackson, and they were a very good football team. And we played hard-nosed football with them. We represented good. They walked off the field knowing they left it all out there, and that's all I can ask. And you know what touched me was when they got on the bus, they gave me technology. They FaceTimed me. I was getting ready to go to bed at school, and Luke Snower got on there and went by and went to every football player. And I was bawling. I was crying, you know.
We know.
And they missed, I missed 3 games last year because of school, and all 3 years, all 3 games. Jalen did it 1 game. Jalen Harper did it 1 game. Daniel did it 1 game, and I'd be doggone if Luke didn't do it for the playoffs. So that meant a lot to me.
So last season was a memorable one for you.
That was a good one.
Yeah.
That was a good one. All 3 of them have been good, and this year's going to be even better. We've had some good participations. We go at 6 in the morning till about 8:30. I told them this is your team. It's not mandatory. We've had good numbers show up, so I've been pleased with that.
What changes? Oh, my bad.
No, you good. My bad.
What changes or improvements have you made during this offseason to prepare for this upcoming season you have?
Just getting this young quarterback ready. We got an 8th grade quarterback that's going to step up, play the big boy game this year. He got a few snaps last year at the 7th grader against Salem and some other games. Put him at tailback and quarterback. He can play either. It don't matter. This is a 12 or 13-year-old kid that's going to step in and lead the Eagles down the field. And he's got a core. Everybody on the O-line's returning except my center. He's brand new, but he's good. Dylan Callahan. He's doing a good job for us. And so we're not going to miss 1 beat on the line. So Cortez ought to feel comfortable back there, protect-wise. That's what the whole summer's been molding around. You know, me convincing myself that can 8th grade quarterback's gonna lead us this year, and he'll be able to do it.
Yeah, if you ain't got no
Well,
doubt,
you
I
know,
don't got no doubt.
I wouldn't have believed it. I saw the cat up at Taylorsville two or 3 years ago. He was the 8th grade quarterback, and he sternly beat us pretty good up there. I was very impressed with him. And you look at him and you look at Cortez, and Cortez is really twice the man that kid was as an 8th grader.
Yeah. Cortez been built for this. Like he's one of those community kids. He's like a nephew to everybody.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
You know,
everybody knows.
smile on his
Right.
face every day, and I don't know if he's seen the wrath of Denmark yet. I don't think I've had to do that yet to him. Not in class, because he was pretty good in class,
Yeah.
and not on the football field yet. I don't want to spook him too bad.
Yeah. Coach, man, how far are you from getting this deacon title?
Next
added to you?
year.
Awesome. Awesome.
May of 31st, keep me in your prayers.
Absolutely.
So we get ordained. It's been a 4-year program.
That's awesome.
Every month we go to a 3-day school, and we just got back from the National Eucharist Congress that they held up in Indianapolis last week. We brought, actually I brought 2 of my football players. That one we got them a starting right tackle and a future nose guard. He's an 8th grader, Elias. Him and Grayson went up there with 10 other students, and me and my wife and some teachers took them up there and spent a week up there, and it was just amazing. But to see that part of the kid, and that kid seeing that part of me, that's what they need to see.
Absolutely.
You know.
Yeah, facts. See real men doing real things outside of football. Yeah,
Right.
sports, right.
And you know, this was a gradual, you know, this gradually came upon me, and it hit me about eight years ago, and you know, I hadn't turned back since. And I said yes 3 years ago to the diaconate program, and God willing, I'll be ordained May 31st of next year.
That'd be awesome.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
Then I'm gonna see if somebody else can do the head coach.
Right.
You
Got
gonna
the
call
daddy
him
waiting
Deacon.
in.
I'm telling you.
Yeah,
I'm
daddy
telling you.
waiting in the wings.
He's gonna help out on baseball too. So
Right.
That's good. That's
Coach
good.
King out there like Coach Prime or
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah. But he's a good one now.
He is.
He's a good
He
one.
really is, yeah. All right, Coach. How do you handle the mental aspect of the game with your players, especially being at a Catholic school that's non-traditional than the other high schools that's around them? Like, do they have any high pressure, like with meeting certain suitable proficiencies?
I mean, the pressure on the kids, the academic standards of Resurrection. I mean, they're tough.
Mhm.
And it's, you know, it's like I tell them, you know, guys, you got to put God first, family second, school third, and if you got those 3 in order, football and everything else is gonna fall into place. You know, they'll come up in there. You can tell when they're stressed out, and you know, I have to approach it a different way based on the type of class I teach. And a lot of times I'll let them study for a major test that's coming up in a hard academic class, but football-wise, we're just like public school. We got huddles. You know, everybody's got an account. And they study film. One thing different, coaches, we don't meet. We know what we're supposed to do. When we show up Monday, we better have the game plan. We discuss how we're going to approach something. And so far, I've been there 11 years, and I don't think I met up there one Saturday. And I don't miss that one bit. I don't miss that. You know.
That schedule was the reason why I don't coach anymore. I'm like you. I still have that feeling that drives me, and people see it. They're like, man, you know you want to coach, and I don't know why you want to go back and coach.
Always going.
And I'm like, I can't dedicate the time to it because that is a full-time entity in itself, just being a coach. Like, you can't have no side hustle. You can't have no starting a business.
You're right, because when you think about it, I look back over my life, I spent more time with you than I did my own
Right.
kids. If you really break it down minute for minute, so you got to have it in the heart.
Yeah,
You be a coach and be out there for the right reason and make young men into better men.
Yep. I don't think right now is the time. Maybe further down the line. I'm just too invested in my kids and that time there because I seen the time that you had to give away. You know,
if you and I would tell that to anybody right now. If you got something right now, paying the bills, and you got kids at home, stay there with kids. Because there's some things I miss.
Yeah.
I look back now and I kind of regret it some. I don't know. Sometimes they'll throw it in my face sometimes when we're arguing or something. And So the hurt's still there. You know, it's not their fault. It's not my fault. It's my job. You know, but.
Pays the bills.
Yeah, and what's so funny is Tyler, my oldest, is head coach at fan club now in volleyball, and I'm like, okay, now get ready. He's spending. He knows that time he's spending with them with that team. So he just don't have no kids. He's got step kids, but he don't have no kids of his own right now.
Difference. Kids are. That was my deciding factor as the reason why I said, I don't think I'm gonna dedicate to this because I can't give my all into something if I'm not fully there.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Well, Deacon Denmark, we're gonna ordain you.
Amen.
Honorary over here at the Baza Mingo SMACM Media Day, man. We appreciate you, the man that you are for the Resurrection community. We just appreciate what you do for Coach football, man. Thanks for coming.
Y'all invite Resurrection over here.
Yes, sir.
We always love coming over here.
Thank you, Coach, man. Appreciate
y'all have a
it.
blessed one.
You too, Coach. Bye.
All right, boys, don't embarrass you. My boy, my boy.
My two coaches.
All right, fellas, man. We got two players here from Resurrection, man. Y'all introduce yourself to everyone.
My name is Cortez King.
All right, Cortez.
Davis Walker.
Devin. What grade are y'all in?
I'm in 8th grade.
8th grade?
Same.
All right, got you, man. Got you. In 8th grade, this question for you. All right. Do you think you're going to have butterflies the first game? When you play that first varsity game, I know you played a little bit of snaps in 7th grade, but you're going to be the guy now. Coach Denmark has made this is your team. You're going to put it on your shoulders and be the leader for Resurrection at 8th grade.
5 years.
5 years starting quarterback, man. Talk to us about that.
Yeah, I'm gonna have a little butterfly for first game, but I'm probably gonna have that much because I'm used to playing football. Like I'm glad to play the boys I am and stuff. And yeah, I'm just glad to play with the Resurrection either.
How are you going to help him, settle him down in the game? Like, what is your job as being a leader of the team?
Almost every play in the huddle, if there's just a little something that could be better or a little something that can be changed to benefit the team, I'm always telling somebody something. And him being younger, there's stuff that I've learned over the years that instead of him learning the hard way, I kind of go over there and tell him what to do.
Right.
And, I just help anybody in any way I can.
That's awesome. Awesome, man. That's awesome. So, hey, y'all had one game away from the South State Championship. What are you guys as a team are doing to make sure y'all get to that South State Championship next year?
We wake up at 6 o'clock in the morning, get up, work out, and then that's the really main reason we almost made it to South State.
Man, yeah. I followed y'all a lot last year, man, and y'all seen me at the practices. I'm gonna be back again this year too. I like y'all coaching, and it don't get as much exposure as the other schools, but we trying to fix that. We trying to let people know that the Resurrection, they do have a football team and they are pretty good and they got a lot of athletes over there. So come visit us too. So how do you think this team has improved since last season, and what are your expectations for this year?
We lost 13 seniors last year, and 12 of them were starters, and a lot of them went both ways. So we have a bunch of young men out there on that field, and so I'm excited, that a lot of people have grown up since last year, and we've all put in work in the weight room, and we're still going to be good.
Yeah. And when you heard the news that they were going to start Gabe at quarterback, how did you react as a senior?
Man, I was hyped, because
That's support.
because I see him throw the ball. Yeah. He's got a cannon on him.
Baseball player.
He can do it.
He reminds us. I always compare him to Caden Irvin and Keelan Parnell. He has those same type of skill set as both of those athletes, and that's who I compare him to. So I'm looking forward to Gabe. I didn't think he was gonna play football for a minute. I thought he was gonna lock in all the way on baseball, man. I remember you still do. I remember Pee Wee watching him. He played Moss Point, Pee Wee football at Moss Point, and he broke his hand in the game. He was running that thing all that night, man. Everybody like, they need to shut him down, man. He get hurt. right before the game over with, he break his wrist or arm? Yeah, wrist, man, at the end of the game. And I was like, oh, man, they jinxed the kid, man. But he had like 7 touchdowns.
Yeah,
he tough now. I'm telling you, they got something, man. I support that move wholeheartedly.
Man, well, we're just glad you guys came here, man. We're not gonna hold you very long, man. Here you got one more question. My bad. I'm sorry.
Who are some of the leaders on the team this year, and how do they impact?
Most of all, me, I have to be a leader.
Right.
I gotta be a leader because I gotta control my whole offense and just be a leader.
Yeah.
I'd say, besides us, we've got for defense, we've got Graham Summerlin and Eric Fox, our cornerback, and he's really stepped it up this year. But I mean, pretty much everybody's kind of stepping up, and we're all looking like a bunch of leaders out there, which will be good for this year.
Right. So, in closing, what personal goals do y'all have for this season? Especially you being this your last and you being your first.
I mean, for me, is beating Lumberton because last year we lost by 5 points, and the year before we lost by 2, and the year before we got stomped out. And those last 2 years we should not have lost at all. And they've always been a big rival ever since I was a kid. And so I would love to beat them, especially on my last ride.
Right. Keep follow that all year.
Yeah.
My goal is to last the 5 years that I have in the reservation and shine, do the right thing, just last, don't get hurt.
Just do your job.
Do my job, yeah.
Man. Man, I appreciate y'all for coming, man, and we look forward to, the Eagles this year. I'm gonna come give y'all some love, man.
Absolutely, man. Good luck to you guys, man. Thank you for coming, man. We appreciate you. Have a good night.
Have a blessed drive home, man.
All right, man. Appreciate y'all, man. Nice to meet you, man. Nice to meet you. Scoot it up some more.
Who the fuck got the Nike threads, man? Check my dog out right here, man. I ain't seen the boy.
What's up, man? How you doing? Well, you ain't on the other side now. I see. They ran good checks. You know that.
Coach gonna come up first.
Man, look, I gotta get down to Frank. I need to get your head count. Hey, no, I saw Jake had them things.
I got you. I need your head count so I can get y'all the pep.
Those things look good.
That's my thing. I just do for the coaches, man.
We need 2 jerseys. That'll be good.
It don't matter, coach. Whatever. What do you want?
Shoot, I get coach
You got
every year. I gotta get coach every year.
Always gotta have something.
I gotta get coach every year, boy. He gonna come with that heat.
Yeah, last year I had the 11s on.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
I got the drums on.
Gotta keep him coming, man. He coming with that heat.
We got the head coach here from Gulfport High School. Please introduce yourself to everyone.
Blake Pennant, head coach Gulfport, going into my 2nd season. Just excited about this opportunity and keep on building what we're trying to do.
Got you, coach. Man, from what did you learn most being in year 1 at Gulfport High?
Just dealing with all the different factions of Gulfport. And the city's so big, and there's a lot of different people and a lot of different things that you gotta kind of bring it all together. And so as soon as our season ended, I kind of went to work on that. I've been doing that for the last 6-7 months. It's probably a lot of people have heard, on social media and different things. But it's really doing a good job. We built a lot on our culture side, and I thought that was one thing that was missing a great deal from going to being, it's easy to beat teams that you're more talented than, right? But when you're going against teams that are equally talented and well coached, it takes that little something extra. It takes finishing through the line and not running to the line. It takes lining up. It takes doing some of the little things, showing up in the weight room on time, doing all that stuff and being a good teammate to beat those teams in those situations. And we came up short just several times last year, and just trying to get those little things right through this off season. I think we've done a good job. We got some really good leaders here that I brought today, and then some more on the other team as well. And so, just kind of excited to keep building on that aspect of it from the first year to this now second year.
Absolutely, Coach. I got one more question, and I'm gonna pass it to Bingo. All right, I see something on your social media you mentioned ATL. It ain't for Atlanta.
No,
like, kind of explain to everybody what that means for Gulfport football.
So ATL it's an abbreviation. It's something I've done at each program, whereas it's past Christian, Ocean Springs, and now here as well. I have it too on my deal here. It's above the line. And what that is, it's a talk we do with a series of decisions that we make. And yeah, I got you right there. Yeah. It's a series of decisions we make. It's a culture building process for us, and we have our above the line training in our program, and we talk about not necessarily, but you want people to be leaders, right? But young people don't necessarily know how to be leaders, and it's the same thing you're talking about. They don't walk in algebra class knowing how to do algebra. Same thing with chemistry and all that other. So we also if we want to build leaders, we want to try to grow leaders, right, and give those opportunities and teach them how to do that. And so that's just what that whole process is about, and doing those kind of things to just continue to extend us to where it goes. We want to see it on the football field, and we're in the results, and we're in the business, but we also want to see it in the school building. We want to see it in the community and growing on as they go and be grown-ups in their own adult life.
Yeah. You know, your first year, everywhere you go, your first year, you go in and change the culture instantly. You don't want the residents of whoever was the last leader there, you don't want them there. You want the whole mindset change. You want the look, and that's how you're supposed to do it because it's your house now, you know. And I
make some enemies in some places.
It is what it is, but like I say, at the end of the day, that your name is on that check, so you have to leave the place better than how you left it, you know, better than you got there. So you are in year one, man. Look what you done, man. Like,
well, you know, and this move is kind of for a concrete like root setting and all that, and so was the other ones, but there's really not that next one right as a vision. But the whole point of this, and I like to think of myself as a builder of programs, right? And we've done it a couple of different places now, and to do that, you also have to have good people around you. And I've had good people kind of everywhere I've been that are willing and hungry to want to do those things. And you know, Gulfport is for us, and that was through the conversations and when I got hired, we're incredibly hungry to do this. And so we had an opportunity to be able to do that, and we've had an opportunity to kind of be able to take some steps and fix some things and some logistics. If we want to continue to do the whole thing and be kind of mediocre when it comes to the next level of players, we can kind of keep doing what we're doing. But this is kind of what everybody else is doing, and can we get to that, and can we exceed it in some places? And so that's been the goal. That's what we're trying to do. And, you know, yeah, I mean, from a vision standpoint, this is the vision. This is what we want to do. This is what I think happens. And, you know, we put those things in front of us, and we're going to be able to have success, you know, ultimately. Or, you know, if we don't, then I'll be trying to call somebody for a job somewhere.
I just know last year when you came, you told the story about you coming down here visiting with a friend, a roommate that lived here, and this was a place you always wanted to come. Like, you're here now, and you're making the best of it. So, like I said, I like seeing how you came in and renovated the whole place. You know, you flipped the whole house and made it like it's not a sore sight for what's the term? A
sore sight for sore eyes.
Yeah, it's not that when you come to the coast no more. Like, Gulfport is known. Like, you would think people like, dang man, who's Gulfport? All of a sudden, there's a new school. No, been here forever. You know, but you flipped that, and now Gulfport is look like a college now.
We're trying to. We're getting to that point. You know, we're not there. We want to play like that.
Right.
You know, that's the biggest key. You know, and all the when that part of the stuff, the fluff and everything else. We want to be social media. We want to get our kids out there. We want to, you know, enhance theirs or just show their successes in right now. But we also got to play well. We got to back it up. You know, and when some of our big focuses right now is going into the middle school, going into our youth leagues, and really trying to bring the city together as in the one Gulfport. But Ryan, we're trying to mend some of those factions of the city that have been there for a long time to really build this. You know, I was telling our boys, and we're going through that. We were at dinner earlier before this, of like, you know, as all the ingredients you need to build a powerhouse in 7A football. Gulfport has all that from the outside looking in. and then you get in there and you start peeling back some layers. There's a thing here and there's a thing there. And so what we're trying to do is try to knock down some of that, right? And we're starting from the young level, getting all that stuff up. And right now, that stuff's going great. I'm really excited about that. And then our guys within our own program, our high school program, have picked it up and taken ownership of some of that stuff as well.
Man, I had one question, man. I forgot just that fast. Oh yeah, this season, man. Y'all was ranked having like one of the toughest schedules on the coast, man, and I'm all for that stuff because who wants to go undefeated by beating up cupcake teams at the beginning of the season? That doesn't help you.
No, it doesn't. You know, we had, you know, when I was at Ocean Springs, we had a tough game early on. We played Clinton, and then we go a long ways before having to play a really competitive game, and then so you still feel like after that time passed, how much do we really know about our team? And it's the same thing. I wish they all weren't back to back like they are right now, so we can kind of catch a breath for a second. But I think after the first 5 games, you really know a lot about our team. And I don't know if I've ever been in a situation that we were in, you know, going into the region play last year, where we kind of had some games that weren't super competitive in the second half, and then you have to go into the playoffs, right? And so you have to practice a different way, you have to train a different way, and you sometimes still don't know. You like to go on in a season where I think Region 3 kind of has a little bit of a head start on us. They play a really difficult schedule all year long pretty much, and they get holes poked in their teams. And so they're able to get a hole poked, you patch it, right? And so you patch it there. And sometimes you're not able to do that within the schedule, but playing those teams early on helps you do that. And you're not going to have some of the gaudy records sometimes, but you're able to fix some things when it matters.
When you came in year 1, did you come in saying we got to win right now, or let's fix things let's control the controllable? How did you come in with that mindset?
Well, you know, all the drama and everything of me getting to Gulfport, and I wish I would have handled it a little bit differently, because you go in there trying to prove a point. Right, and that was just a personal thing for me, doing all that, and I wish I would have handled it a different way. But we had so many seniors, and so you're trying to throw all of it in at one time to go try to win a state title. Because I said it to a number of different people from a talent perspective. If I have that team my 3rd year here, man, I told Coach Collins at Oak Grove, say, buddy, we're gonna come knock on the door. You know, I mean, they're super talented too, so I'm not saying anything else. I'm not saying anything else, but you know, I felt really good about where we were as a team, but we just didn't have enough time to really invest in them and get all the things that we needed to get fixed. But you know, from our standpoint now, you know, we try to put all that in and just get it to where we can win it, right? And I wish we would have done a little bit better job of starting to build on that aspect of where I wanted our football team to truly be in our program. But we did that, so we tried to fix some things, and we didn't build and get as good as I wanted to be throughout the season. You know, we're not going to make that mistake again. This is a program. I'm here. I'm in Concrete, and so we want to try to build to be the best program and the best team we can be in the time right now.
Because I think you left OS in December. So you really only had 8 months to get your program ready.
Yeah, we had January, and I hired coaches from like all over the state of Mississippi, and while it's great to hire them, and they're all great coaches, they're all here now, but they're coming from North Mississippi, they're coming from Central Mississippi, they're coming from all over the place, getting houses and finishing out contracts and different things. So summer and spring and all that's kind of a hodgepodge, and they're trying to get to know players and everything else, and so getting all that stuff situated, we got it all now. Our school has been great for us, adjusting some schedules and things for our coaches now, where I think we have one of the best setups in Mississippi.
I see you smile a lot more now. You laugh.
Well, yeah, it's a lot of things. I'm happy. I'm more comfortable. You know, I know a lot of people in town. We're here, and we're making those connections that you have to as a head football coach if you want to truly make a difference. And everything's not brand new, right? And so, you know what we have. I know what to expect from our football team. I know how our guys are going to react now in those really choice cutting times right there. How do we react? That's still kind of the question right there. So I'm enjoying it a lot less stressful.
That's good, man. You deserve it, because it's a lot to be a head coach of a program. you know, and people don't realize that.
Yeah, it is. Somebody was asking me the other day, he's like, what could you compare being a head coach? Like I said, if you've ever seen the picture of the iceberg, where it's the iceberg at the top of the water, and it's just a little bit right there, and then all the rest of that down here. I was like, this is all the stuff that I do that nobody sees, and this part's like the football part.
Yeah.
Like I barely get to coach football. I feel like I'm half politician, half lobbyist, half this, that, and the other.
Yeah.
I got over the middle school combining thing. I got to learn more about schedule making than I ever want to learn, and hope to never have to go through that part of it again. But it's all for the vision, you know, what we want it to be.
That's good. That's the thing. I love people who have vision, and it's a gift from God, because when you got that vision, that means He showed it to you for a reason. So you execute it.
I hope so.
I see you doing it, man.
I hope so.
When you doing it.
So you usually have some kind of random question. I was waiting on something.
I was waiting on
Y'all ain't got a random question last this time.
Nah, you know, you a regular now. You
Yeah.
know?
Yes.
Yeah. We, you know, all the drama was last season. This time it's all business now, man. We want to know, oh, we gonna get a gold ball this year. That's all. You know, the coach want something to say. I know I get tired of it. I want something to say.
You and me both. I'm so sick of Brandon Oak.
Yeah, man, I'm sick of it.
I love those guys, but that's always a good thing, because that's the standard.
Yeah.
You know, and those guys are always consistent. They're always going to
Yeah.
stay at that level, so you know, and it ain't going to change. And so you know, I better get here if I want to get past them, because they're not moving.
Yeah.
And so I mean, that's a shot we're shooting for.
I appreciate it, man. I guess we get to talk to them. Like, all right, tell us some players that some players that's going to stand out this year that we should keep an eye out for.
All right. Well, the first two that I brought here, you know, and this is Christian Burks, our wide receiver, number 4, and then Trey Peters, our linebacker, is a junior. Those two guys would be some of the best football players we have on our team. They're elite players. But, you know, the best part about it is we just we had our leadership, our captain vote, right? And these two guys had an overwhelming amount. They had 90% of the votes on our football team as one of two of the 4 captains. And that's awesome. You know, I mean, that's where that is, like, you know, consistent, where every player and coach got a chance to vote and put 4 captains on the list, and they were on 90% of the votes. And so
That's crazy.
yeah, that just shows they're also elite players, but they're elite people. And they're going to be great players. New quarterback, Dane Sullivan, he's a junior. He's doing a great job right now running our offense, pushing the tempo, making good decisions in our read game and all that stuff. Trayvon Deans has gotten to us from Harrison Central. He's going to play both ways. He's going to be all over the field. He's just a beast. Yeah, he's a beast. He does a great job. We got Christian Hughes, our defensive end, who he played a lot. He played a huge role. He's overshadowed by Kai last year, McClendon, but he's going to play a massive role for us this year. And I'm really excited about our secondary. We had Damon Felder and Prince Cottenham. They had a lot of guys, Peyton, that we do last year that's been back there a lot. But now Pierre Felder is going to come in and play a big role in the safety. He started some games last year. He's going to be a dude for us this year, right? And then we got Jaquan Smith and Eric Brumfield that are 2 really talented corners that are going to have to grow up quickly for us, that we're really excited about their potential in the league.
That's going to be crazy, man. Like, Gulfport is a pipeline of talent. It's just a revolving door. It's always coming. The thing about it is you got nothing but athletes, and you just got to find where they fit best on the field to play.
That's right. And so one of the big things in our program, we've talked about it, because that's the one thing you always hear, right, is Gulfport's got a ton of talent. And I talked to them about defining that, where, talent equals potential, right? Where skill equals production, right? And so that's where we got to get that talent to have the proper skill to be able to do their job over and over again. And I think we're getting there, but we'll find out. We'll find out soon enough.
We'll definitely hear shortly, man. With that tough schedule, I look forward to it, man. Y'all games are live streamed, right? Mm-hmm. All right. So y'all have radio, y'all have live stream TV, social media. You can't miss nothing from Gulfport.
Better not. On Friday night, it's going to be peppered with some blue and orange.
Right, man. If you say, I ain't see that from Gulfport, you're a liar.
You ain't looking.
You ain't looking, man. Because you making sure you post. Y'all media team is probably one of the best in the state, man. I know, like, y'all own it. I'm looking at them. They must got it on schedule. I'm seeing posts at 10 o'clock at night. So, like, the message is getting out there, and that's how we want all coach programs to get to that standard. It's not easy. It costs. You got to create a whole budget for that right there. Yeah, it is. So, but when you get to that, that's when you know when you got a media program jumping like how y'all have it, all your players are getting noticed. They're getting seen, heard, and noticed because y'all putting it out there.
Yeah,
You got student interns out there taking pictures, getting like. That's the way. That's the future.
Hey, that's what we're trying. And we got such a great CTE department over at Gulfport, and so we're trying to use every little bit of arm. I mean, we have a restaurant in our school that feeds us our pregame meal. We're trying to tap into every little resource we can. We got the guy, the really smart guys in the school that read our catapult numbers for us too as well.
Oh, wow.
So we're trying to use everybody.
We just ready for the reality show.
I don't know about that. Hey, that happened. The other guy
ATL, Bud Light, Blake and I.
They go to show, coach. They go to show, coach. You go show.
You got all the pieces down, man.
You don't start digging too deep.
I know that's real, man.
Yep. All right, y'all want these boys together?
Yeah, man, coach. Thanks again,
Yeah, I
Coach
appreciate
Penny.
it,
Appreciate
All
you,
right.
Coach.
Thank you.
Y'all ain't getting no dunks like that either, man. You know what I mean?
They don't know what shit. They don't know what
They know, man. Hey, Coach got the
Drop
draft.
slides. All right, fellas, man. We got a couple players here from Gulfport High. Introduce yourself to everyone.
Chris John Burks, class of 2025, wide receiver. I'm an athlete at Gulfport High School.
Andre Peterson, third, class of 2026, I'm in the linebacker junior year. Ready to get the season started.
Absolutely, man. What are y'all looking forward to most this season?
Yeah, really. Getting past that midsection we always hit every year, where it's like we almost there. Like that's time to see that, time seeing that. Just really ready to win. Win the stuff we've been supposed to be winning, you know what I mean?
But what does it mean to wear that G on the side of your helmet, man? Me being a former player, I just want to hear from a newer generation of kids. Sometimes y'all can be misunderstood, but like explain to everybody for the Gulfport faithful and just the coast period in the state what it means to wear the G.
It means a lot. G represents the colors. It means a lot to me.
Yeah, like I feel like it's more just without just saying the G, like a culture thing. Like when I go in the store, OG actually like, hey, you play go Brian, you play for Brian. It's like, I've never seen before. It's just a culture thing. Like when we play half games Friday night, the old people still come out, they barbecue, and they love it. They love to be there and just feel that feeling.
Definitely, man. What role, Mr. Chris, do you see yourself playing on the team this year, and how do you plan to contribute to the team's success? I'm gonna ask you the same question next to you.
Role, I feel like definitely leader, like we just said. We voted for team captains. We 2 of the 4. I feel like it's gonna take for me to step up and really lead a team that needs leading. Mm-hmm. So I mean, keep a level headed even when things go bad. Be the person that steer them out of that.
How do you know you was a leader?
I mean, I knew I was a leader just based off how I handled adversity in the past. Mm-hmm. Like, big crazy senior class that I played with last year, and I had to be a role player. I had to learn how to adjust to that type of thing and still keep a level headed and help them and do that type of stuff. So when I seen my boys win, it wasn't much of a, it was like a keeping the team going type of thing. And I knew I'd stand out and I'd make plays here and there. I knew I was going to be one of the ones for sure.
Are you, have you always been in Gulfport?
Yeah.
All right. So what's the culture like now in Gulfport compared to before Coach Pinnock got there?
It was more so, but to just describe it like a shrug of the shoulders. Like people will play, work hard, have crazy talent, be ready to roll to the season. And like I said, we get that midpoint every year. It's like a lot of the players are just like, you know what I mean? Like they didn't feel like they had an answer for it. So I feel like when Coach Penny come in, they turned a lot of things around for us and just had us look at things differently. Yeah. Like with the middle school, it's just different. Yeah. It's just different. He's making us look at stuff like I've never looked at before.
I love it. He's doing a great job, man. Great job. Are there any specific games or opponents you're particularly excited to face this year? Why? Hold on. I didn't even get your question.
What was the question?
What role do you see yourself playing on the team this year?
Being a leader, being there for my teammates mentally, on the field, off the field, anything, leading teammates. You can't be a leader if no one follows you. That's something Coach Pete always telling us. So if I'm leading, I got to make sure I got my team on the
Yes. All right, now let's go back to that question now. Are there any specific games or opponents that you're particularly excited to face this season, and why?
you know, it's always the game that's ahead of you. So I'm really excited about Denver coming up.
Yeah.
Because, you know, you the Finnish state championship. So, you know, they you know what I mean? And my boys as well, too. So it's like,
Early
I'm just ready
test.
yeah, you know what I'm saying? It's going to test how we go into the season. But, like, ahead of time, yeah, like last year we played them, and you know what that game was like. AC after them, but, you know, that was like our championship game. Like,
The thing with Gulfport is for you, Anthony, y'all got more than one rival, though, man. Like, they're not, you don't consider them a rival
I feel
there?
like a lot of people just don't. You know what I mean? Like, they see Gulfport, and they know. I feel like they know we got how we supposed to come in and roll it, but, like, I feel like they make us part.
So your real rival is Harrison Central Rebel.
Yeah, that's
y'all
how
rival.
grew up on.
That's supposed to be. Yeah, right. Supposed to be. Gotcha. I'm just trying to get everything together now, you know. He don't tell me nothing. He all hollering about this alumni stuff. He don't tell me nothing, man. He don't even invite me over there to come over there and see y'all, man. Terrible, man. Worst friend to have.
More than welcome to come over there.
All right. So, how do y'all balance your personal performance goals with the overall success of the team? Because, you know, everybody's trying to get out there and be seen now. So how do you keep that balance where you're still staying on the script with the team, but you're still trying to get yours?
I feel like it's a thing, like as a group. Like, I feel like I got to get my team together and have it all looking at the same thing on the level field. So, like, when it comes time to see who's making plays and stuff happens like that, it's like it's an understanding to it. It's not like he trying to get his or he trying to, you know what I mean? It's like no one role you have to play for a team to be successful. So,
Definitely.
You gotta lift each other up. You can't just like you want to be. In order for you to be a leader, you gotta bring the others up with you. So you can't just be like in one position you the head dog. You're not a head dog if you don't have the other players with you. Say if you get injured, you're not gonna have nobody else step up with you.
Definitely. And last season, we don't like to harp on last season, but how was your performances last season, individually, single, like as you as a player and you as a player?
I had a solid performance as a sophomore and transfer. Coming, getting earning my starter position. I was pretty great. I think it was like the fourth game of the season. I earned my starter spot. And Brandon, I ended up finishing the season like 67 tackles.
You don't play half the season.
Forced fumbles, sack, interceptions.
As a sophomore, oh yeah, you gonna be one of the ones. And we know about him. He was SMACM Player of the Week a couple times last year, man. Big dog right here, Chris, man. What was your plans from last season?
To be honest, I feel like I got unfinished business. Like I'm not proud of what happened last year. Regardless of our schedule and all that type of stuff, you know, winning is all a good thing.
Yeah.
Like, that's why it's busy. Like, I want more for myself, and I know what I'm capable of. So that type of thing, it feel like I feel like it all happened for a reason. Yeah. It's fueling me into what's gonna happen.
I know playoff losses hurt, but how did that affect y'all coming into this season? That was a tough loss.
Yeah, home like, man, crazy game I ever played. Like, brain was crazy. Like, fumble, the amount of times we fumble probably in the record book. Like, it was crazy. So, like, it and then, you know, like, being involved as I was with the seniors and just the team in general, like, it made me see how, like, it affects the people in front of me. Yeah. Like, at the game, you know, it was really emotions. Everybody got opinions and all that type of stuff. And when I'm realizing that this not my last go. So, like, for me, like, I just took it early on, like, the day after you got first round, we get back in the way where it ain't no waste of time. And I'm telling people, I'm like, you know, like, that hurts. Like, you're supposed to feel like that. Yeah. And, like, you don't want that feeling.
It just shows you care.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Well, guys, man, we're not gonna hold you, man. We're looking forward to watching you guys help Gulfport get to the highest level possible. And y'all have a blessed year and y'all stay healthy, man. Appreciate y'all.
Y'all make a mistake. Can I come ride shotgun with y'all? Yeah, boys don't want to bite nobody tonight, man. Terrible. Appreciate y'all, man. So you took me ball out. Yeah.
That's the man.
That's the man, yeah.
Man of many names. Man of many words.
Bring me up last.
That's my daddy right there.
He didn't know it's time to be his daddy here.
You see him
First on me,
You first, coach.
See him,
I'm
man.
first.
You see who's spending the money on their programs. Yeah. All these players come here with Nixium helmets and all kinds of stuff.
Nice.
Yeah. We got
Let me get one of y'all defective helmets.
we got a little money over there.
Let me get one of them defective helmets, coach.
We just, we just spend it. It ain't my money.
Yeah. We gonna spend it like dude.
All right, everybody. We have Goshen High head coach. Could you introduce yourself to everyone?
Yes, Mark High, Goshen High School.
Absolutely, man. Coach, how many years have you coached overall?
Overall, 5 years, and this is my 7th year at Goshen.
You hear what he said?
Yeah.
Why he starting off the rip? Man, why coach got to start? Coach start off the rip, man. He
Years I've been doing this.
He changed. It's for the people, coach. But man, coach, man, we glad to have you here, man. Another successful year, even though the result wasn't there. 2 back-to-back South State appearance. Historically, I mean, for Goshen football, that's the good that it's gonna get, man. Like we want to know, what have you guys done as a coaching staff, as players, to get to that state final game? Like, what have y'all done this summer and this past offseason?
Well, we've been blessed the past couple of years, to do what we've been able to do. And, it's all about kids buying in and understanding the moment. I think what had hurt us in years past was kids in big games. Now our kids understand what a big game is. They understand how to play in a big game when all the lights are on and everybody's looking at you and everybody's expecting stuff. So, we teach kids just live in the moment. You just got to be about now. Don't worry about what happened a minute ago, and don't worry about what's supposed to happen. You live right now and what's going on. So, we think that, and it's just a full buy-in. That's what we live off of.
Absolutely. Coach, what's the first home game y'all have this season?
Right now we got Harrison Central. I think it's a big school in the state. The players anyway, because I saw some of their film from last year. I think you got to be about 330 to play on either line. After I broke down some film, I said, good gosh, it's a big team.
What you got, Big?
Oh, definitely, Coach. Coach, what are your main goals for the team this season? I know you always come in with a mantra or a motto. What are you leading into the team with this season?
Well, every year we come up with a motto. This year's Leave No Doubt. I got with a branding guy who's pretty good. So I got with a branding guy. Shout out Big Gang. Every year we try to come up with something that kind of separates us. But, we all live by the gate. The great attitude, the toughness, and everything.
And that's tatted on us right now. What are some of the biggest challenges that the team faces this season, and how are you planning to address them?
Well, last year, going in last year, we had so many new guys on offense. It was a little bit, we didn't know quite what to expect. Now, we've lost guys like Angel McGee, some stellar guys at the linebacker position, so some DBs. So we know it might be a learning curve a little bit with them, but it's just about getting the kids out there and just getting them going.
You've been the O-line coach. How are you liking your O-line this year so far?
Man, this is the first time in a while where the whole O-line's coming back. I'm not used to it, right. So, but we're very blessed to have that. So, we feel really good about this group. Jerry Young's outstanding left tackle for us. We also got Elijah Booz, Jerry Laura, Terrence Mitchell, and Brighton Christian, and we also have some other young guys that are rolling in there. So, we feel good about it.
How do you assess the competition in District 5A this year, and what are your strategies to stay competitive?
5A is pretty tough, man.
Come on, I'm glad you're honest, Coach. Come on.
When you think about it, 2 teams that make South State ride the same region, so it's a tough region, and it's a dynamic because you got a team like us and Law who likes to spin a little bit. Then you got some Wheaton T teams in there, and you got some power run teams. So you got to be ready to strap it up for that region. So it gets to be fun.
What's more of a change in philosophy for the Goshen Gators each season when they're preparing for opponents? Is it making sure the defense is adjusting to the different types of offense you're seeing? Or is it the offense just sticking to their identity and what we're going to do is just going to stop us?
It's a little bit there's a little bit of both. You know, you got to change your mindset a little bit. You know, when you play a power run team, most fourth down is first down because you cannot get the second medium. Because if you get in that with the Picayunes or with the East Centrals or the Van Cleves, you know, that's going to be a long game right there. So first down is a big time that you got to get. You start playing pass teams, more third down that you got to worry about a little bit. So, you know, it's just getting them ready. We have an outstanding defensive staff. Jamie Dowling, defensive coordinator, does an unbelievable job. Ryan Sable got a new coach coming in, Robert Brown, who's the head coach in the Indianapolis school system. So he's coming down from Indianapolis, Indiana. And Dominic Blankenship, who's going to be a name you're going to hear about for a while.
Coach, can you discuss any new strategies or formation you plan to implement this season?
Well,
I knew he was going to
we've been looking at some too tight wishbone. And thinking about putting Fred Nicholson in there quarterback. It's been the thought process. You know, we're looking at that. You know, we'll see how that rolls.
Oh, God, man. All right, Coach. What do you believe is the most important lesson high school football teaches student athletes? You've been a teacher, an educator for all these 5 years and 7 years. You know a little thing or two here, don't you?
You know, I always tell everybody, you know, to me, football is the greatest sport there ever is. And my saying behind it is, you know, if you're playing baseball and that guy's throwing 97 and you in the box, that can be a little tough.
Right.
If I'm down low in basketball and old boy's 6'7", it'll be a little bit tough for him. But football, you got 4 quarters. That guy outweighs you, or as fast as you, or stronger than you. If you got the heart and you keep just chopping, and keep going and keep going, a lot of times the bigger guys start to fall down. So, you know, that's the mentality we got. Just keep going.
Gate mentality. Coach, you know, we have a tradition that goes, I can talk about alumni talk. We have a tradition of how we are knowing our leaders this year. Who did the team choose to be leaders this season?
Well, we got 2 of them here right now. When you see Kane Rush and Mayshawn Nicholson walk up here, Fred, he's got a couple of different names. Those 2 are 2 guys. Jerry Young's a guy you just gotta talk about. The offensive line we talked about earlier, or a group of guys who really come in. Trey Irving, Dunn High, 2 guys that we expect a lot out of on Friday nights. We have some underclassmen. Probably our best underclassman leader is probably Solomon Backer. You know, he's going to set the tone right and early. So, we got a good group of leaders going up. So, you know, we feel probably ready for the season again.
I am too. Everybody know that. Gators by 40 every Friday night. All right, Coach. All right. This season, what is the goal that you want us to get to? What's the main goal?
We want to get to state championship.
That's it, man. That's all. That's it. Ain't nothing else to talk about.
We want to get there, you know, and we want to see kids compete every game. You know, and you don't want to be the old Saban, but we want to see the steps that we're taking to get there, and it really is what it's about. You know, you do the little steps every day, over and over and over, and then you start to see, you know, you reap your reward.
Right. I love it, Coach. I guess you know. It's you know, I'm your biggest fan. You know, Coach like Coach Dearmark, Coach Hyde taught me in high school sex education.
Coach of sex ed.
Hold on now.
No, it wasn't help. It was help. It was help. Same thing. Same thing. We harped on to it. You know, we harped on to it.
We talked to a quick
But yeah, man. So you gotta think, man. I ain't gonna reveal my age, because that's gonna reveal how I don't even teach it, man.
You said 7 years ago. That was about
Yeah. I'm just as young, but yeah, he taught and coached, you know.
Right.
So I had to be. I was able to be a student in his class, and I was able to be a coach on his coaching staff. So, you know, I have so much admiration for Coach Hyde. He's like, you know, father figure to me, man. So it's just always been number love for. Yeah, that's why I'm so passionate about that G.
Man,
you know, and that's still we talk about. You know, what you 2 guys are doing. Man, it's phenomenal. You know, I'm not just saying that. Every coach come up here and said it. You know, but really what y'all doing for the kids, you know, because now you see schools with better branding. And now you see kids. I love seeing all the little wallpapers and all that, and that helps every school and every community. And that's what it's all about at the end of the day. It's about the kids at the end of the day.
Absolutely.
Hey, who we here for?
Absolutely. No other reason, man. Coach, man, it's always an honor and a privilege, man, to have you, man. You're always going to keep us laughing.
Mhm.
That's why I asked that first question. I knew you was going to give me.
I'm getting a Boston bingo hat.
Oh, man. Hey, we don't. Look, this is my daughter had actually. I got.
Somebody gave mine on my head.
We don't. Yeah, I don't even. This is the only reason I got it because my daughter let me use it. So
I don't
say that.
Ain't that sad?
That's the only reason.
I'm looking at them shoes down there, Coach. I'm taking you. You
they look comfortable, Coach.
You gotta get
Coach shoes, Coach.
I don't want to
Oh, they look comfortable now.
I'm seeing them all blue.
My size and my as old as I am, you might buy some sketches here and there.
Man, you know sketches $100 now?
Yeah, they done went up.
I ain't buying them
You know what I'm saying? It's crazy that me and my
Coach
wife
said they ain't buying no sketches. Yeah. Well, Coach, man, thank you for coming, man. We appreciate you every time.
Hey, man, appreciate y'all. Y'all take care.
All right. Coach,
Yeah, man.
oh,
Coach
yeah,
Brown,
yeah,
from
yeah.
the South.
I love
You get that chip.
Angel.
Angel McGee. All right, man. We got two of the leaders for here from Goshen Gators, man. Y'all introduce yourself to everyone.
I'm Fred Nicholson, senior linebacker for Goshen High School. Kaden West, senior wide receiver for Goshen High School.
All right, man. We got seniors here, man. Tell us about what y'all are looking for your senior year at Goshen. It don't matter who go. Who go first? Go, Fred. You go first.
I'm looking forward to carry on the success I've been able to find for the last 4 years. I'm trying to finally get over the hump, be able to get to that state championship, obviously. I'm also looking forward to personal goals as well. Leading the state of Tampa and been big on mine, but I'm also been focused on being a better leader to lead the place better than I would. Leaving the place better.
Oh, we got you.
How I showed it.
Absolutely, man.
Well, me, I got personal goals. One, we stay healthy.
Gotcha.
And the other goal, like, we keep going to South State, but I want to make state. That's just me.
Man, before I pass it to one of the greatest alums of Goshen, I got to see you guys play last year and in the spring. You guys, I ain't tooting your horn, but y'all look really good as a ball club. Y'all, if y'all keep on working hard, I really believe that you guys can make that historical run and state championship. And we always gonna pull for coach teams. Y'all already know that how we feel about y'all. We love everything y'all do. What game do y'all look forward to this year? Like if it's a game you circle. I know every game to game you want to play. I got that. We be getting that same vanilla answer. But tell me what that one game that's personal to you.
Most people think I'll say pass the rule, but it's not. They're at home now. We don't have to do
I got 2 games.
Come talk to me. Talk to me.
One, he's going to be past the rule.
Absolutely.
2, he's going to be long.
Both did.
Yeah. Gotcha. I got you, man.
Kanan, what's your celebration gonna be this year when you score? What's the celebration gonna be, man? Show it to us, man. Go show it to us. I'm gonna put you on the spot. Coach, your OC the one told me to hit you with this, man.
Oh
You
man.
got to see doing the game because, everybody.
Tell them go deep. First play to you, and we'll see you.
Play action and solo. Play action solo, bomb on baby.
At the crib, I do be thinking like, I'm gonna do this when I score.
I love it.
How many touchdowns you had last year? 5, 6.
So
Yeah, most definitely, man. Yeah. But Sean, what's your plan gonna be this year?
Really, this is whatever comes to mind in the moment.
Yeah.
They gonna let you be the hammer this year?
Am I?
Yeah, coach. We putting the pressure on coach. You put the pressure on coach high.
Trust me, I know it. I hear it all the time. He's like, come on.
I kind of explain to everybody what the hammer is.
Hammers, we pretty much put the dog. We're gonna be the Wildcats. Go forward.
Gotcha.
The dog. Whoever the dog is that year.
Yeah.
Cause we gotta let Traditional Coach High give out dog tags every year.
Yeah.
And it has a message on there. So you didn't It's just some game stuff.
Yeah, I got you. You got to be there to understand.
Yeah, pretty
Yeah,
much.
gotcha.
So, yeah, whoever the dog for that helmet is, oh, he that dog.
Yeah.
I can name a few. Drake Thorne,
Okay.
Caleb.
History lesson, I hear.
Yeah. What? Yeah. Zay Hanford. Who was it last year? CJ Nelson. Come on, man. These all dogs,
Yeah,
man. And
absolutely.
that's 100% score rate with that helmet, man.
It's 100%.
Yeah, it's only person that's gonna mess it up is Drake Thorne because he couldn't catch. You know, with that snap. It's going straight through his hand, but look, he don't want to gonna pick his own fumble up and still score, bro.
Crazy.
Drake go.
That's crazy, man.
Yeah, man. But how do y'all think the team has improved since last season, just on the offseason?
I think it's more leadership roles. I mean, we had a lot of seniors last year, and then we didn't have great leadership. So I think this senior class got a lot of great leaders. And not even senior class. Coach mentioned Solomon, he's a great leader.
Yeah.
You know, he's being a sophomore. But I think what we really lacked last year was leadership and accountability on the team.
Yeah.
All right. Well, he was there too, but yeah, leadership. You need leadership as for the team. Like,
8 years anyway.
Yeah, you good. All right.
At first, I did have like thoughts like, man, we lost about seniors. We're gonna have to do something about it. So I was just thinking, like, I'm gonna have to be the leader to step up as the senior. So
Most definitely. Ain't you the lead wide receiver this year now? Like you got it from the bottom. I remember you was a freshman, man. You saying now you the dog now. I get it. Well, yeah, you did. You had to because the lead receiver had to go to play quarterback. So you're right. You did have to be the lead guy. How do y'all assess the competition in District 5A? And like, what are some of the strategies to stay competitive?
I mean, you got to do what we did last year. I mean, we had great coaching, obviously, great game plan, and the players make the plays good. You know, it all comes down to that, being able to make the plays we need to.
I believe most of our teammates we can make the plays. Yeah. And coaches like they'll see the plays come. We really don't matter. What's matter, they kind of do.
Yeah.
The plays like we can make the plays.
Yeah. Okay. What do y'all believe is the most important lesson? No, let me make something else. Hold on. I asked that one. All right. What areas of y'all game have y'all been focusing on improving?
I think it's more not as much physical, but mental, because we have a lot of young players on, especially on defense. We need to get them that experience of being in the big games, not getting too low or too high, and then being able to prepare for the big moment.
We was more conditioning. We're gonna do more. I work on my conditioning, because I know I'm doing the game. I'm gonna have to stay conditioned up for the games, all 4 quarters, just in case.
Right. Yeah. You got to be a voice this year. You got to step up. How does the team plan to handle the challenges of playing this 6th hardest ranked schedule as called by Coach Football Matt Stagg? He said Gaucher had the 6th toughest schedule on the coast this year. That says a lot out of 24 teams.
I mean, we always play hard schedule. I remember freshman year, all the way through high school, we always had a hard out of district schedule. And I think that really just helps us prepare for district because, you know, we always come out first few games of district. I mean, we were 4-0 coming out of district. Yeah. And I think that says a lot about us because we usually have a great record coming out of district, so that really says a lot about us.
All right. So, how would you describe the team's chemistry this year?
I mean, the guys mesh well together. You know, the locker room is all. Coach, I can be a witness to this. He's always telling us to quiet down, put all that playing and stuff. But I think our guys really get some commitment.
How does he say it though? Say exactly how he.
Ain't no ask.
It's just we hear the whistle. You know that's we hear the whistle. But we mesh well together, and I think that really helps us on the field as well together. You know, getting the chemistry together.
All right. So how does like with the tradition and rituals that we have, how does the team connect with our school history and the community? Like we have a big community that comes out and support us. We have sellout games every Friday night. Like what's that testament to y'all guys to see that stands feel like that?
It means so much to me. Like seeing coming out of the locker room and seeing the stands, like all these people coming out on their Friday night just to watch us play football games. Just means a whole bunch to our job, but it means a whole bunch to our whole team. And it really just gets us more excited to play this game of football.
Most definitely.
I really started realizing, like South State, when everybody started coming to the South State games, how big like the crowd was, and you lost what,
Right.
2 hours?
Yeah, 2 hours.
2 hours. And it was just, in fact, like I like getting the crowd every time
Yeah.
all of a sudden.
Yeah, you gonna ball out, man. All right, fellas, I can't wait till the season to start, man. Harrison Central. No, we play. That's the Jamboree first. Yeah, that's August 23rd at home, right?
Yes, sir.
All right, definitely.
All right, man. Appreciate y'all guys, man. Yeah, good luck on the season, man. Stay healthy.
Fellas.
Oh, man, Coach Hot, man. Appreciate
Number love
everything,
for you,
man. Same here, Coach.
Appreciate all y'all do.
Thank you.
All right, coach.
All right. Number love. Take care.
Yeah. We were gonna say who are who you guys like this.
And I walked out.
Yeah,
left
take
off.
this. I'm
Oh,
gonna
that's
make it
good, Coach.
Yeah, I had them on the table. I walked straight
Hey,
out.
I overfeel.
I walked straight out, George drove up, and I told him, I said, I
It sounds good, Coach. It sounds good, man. I'm glad to hear.
What's up, Coach? Nice to
man,
finally
good, all right?
meet
Yeah, nice to meet you. Absolutely.
Andrew always talk about you, man. He like, you need to go in there and talk to Coach Debo.
All right, man. We have the head coach for Biloxi High School, man. Could you introduce yourself to everyone, please?
Jamie Dubose, Biloxi High School, first year.
Coach Dubose, you have a state championship pedigree coming from Alabama. Could you give everybody the reason why you felt like you could, your goals to come to Biloxi and try to create another state championship mentality here?
Well, I was fortunate enough in Alabama to surround myself around some really good kids, great players, and really good coaches. Went to Georgia for a couple of years, went down to Lowndes in South Georgia, and got to the semifinals and quarterfinals doing the same thing, running the same stuff, and kind of doing what we do, our process. I kind of put this process together with Bill Clark in Prattville back in the day when we were there. And it's kind of a blueprint to success that we believe in. And, the day I retired in Alabama, I didn't really have a plan. Didn't know where I was going. The same day before 5 o'clock, Coach Lofton, AD, gave me a call and asked my interest. And I thought about it with my wife, and we applied. And I looked into the job and kept looking in, and it just kept getting better and better for me. And I kept thinking, what we do and the things and how I do it would fit well there. There's a lot of similarities coming in that I remember when we first went to Prattville. There are a lot of similarities when I first went to Phoenix City and started it. So, they were saying the right things, and I was hearing the right things, and the time was right. And I believe that our blueprint for success, as a coach, you don't just take a job to take a job. You got to believe that you can do what you do there to be able to be successful. And, the commitment was made. Trust me, as a coach coming in, it's been in it 32 years and been successful enough to have 3 state championships as a head coach and several as an assistant, and then just ran out of time in some other games, maybe to win some more. I got the things that I needed to hear from the administration and from the people that were there, that winning is important, and turning the program around and doing the things that they need to do was something they wanted to. So that's how I got there. That's what led me there. And there's been a lot of excitement since I got there with the community. We're getting football bigger and bigger there, I think, on the mindset. And, it's been exciting watching some things go on. And, this is kind of it for me. This is it. I've told everybody I want to get, 8 years puts me to about 60, 61. And then I'll take it year by year, and we'll see what it is. But, I'm getting too old to bounce around and restart jobs. This one, I tell you, it's made me a lot tireder now as the older I get, when I'm trying to do things and get the energy and get it to where it's going. because, you know, I'm an energy guy, and I've had to hire some younger guys to come in and play for me, to come in and bring that energy and do some things. But I think we put a great staff together. I'm excited. We've got a lot of older knowledge out of Alabama and some guys that were already here. And then I got to hire some guys that played for me and went on to college, like an Errol Thompson that played linebacker at Mississippi State, who went to the league for a couple of years, and now he's back coaching with us at Biloxi. And he played for me at Florence High School up in North Alabama for a couple of years there. So, you know, they kind of know how to do things, and they can take it over and go and do it. And it's been fun sitting back and watching it and doing. Yeah, it's been exciting doing it again. And I hope we can get it to the level that we've had it. That's the goal. That's the mission. And we're going to work hard at it to get it there.
Coach, I got one more question, and I'm gonna pass it to Mingo. Far as offensive philosophy and defensive philosophy, you know, for people that's not, you know, familiar with your pedigree, kind of, if you can, like, kind of share what you guys do to attack defense and how you attack offenses.
Well, we're an up-tempo team. We're a different pace team. We're going to go as fast can go. You know, if the official will move and stay out of the way, we'll just keep playing. We have different tempo sets that we do, all the way from NASCAR all the way down to a slow down check system. So we're going to change that up. We're multiple on offense. We base out of a 4 wide receiver set, out of 10 personnel with 1 back. We'll give us some 2 back. We'll play with some tight end and give it 11 personnel. But, you know, we kind of, you know, we let the defense kind of tell us offensively which route we're going formation-wise. You know, if they're an odd front blitzing you a lot, you're going to go with a lot of tight end. You're going to do a lot of different stuff, try to slow them down, you know, and find out where their weaknesses are. So, you know, we do a lot of different changes. But now fast is what we are. We're an RPO team. We're going to read and throw a lot. We're going to read and run a lot. We run triple option and double option from under center. From gun, not under center. I would say we get under center maybe 10, 15% of the offense. We do some bunch personnel stuff and some different stuff. But, you know, we're going to be multiple offensively. Defensively, you know, we're an odd front team. My belief is to come after you. I like to press on the outside and play a lot of man in your face and press it up. We went to Hoover 7-on-7 just a few weeks ago, the select one. I had an opportunity to win that a couple of times at some schools I was at, so we got an invite to go back. And I wanted to throw the guys against the best teams that you could find and go and throw it. There were 32 teams from 8 states. We placed 19th first time we went. So I thought our guys grew up. And, you know, we like to play physical on the perimeter. And, you know, one of the mentalities we want to have, we spent a long time in the weight room today. We want to be a physical bunch. We want teams that play us to say and know they played Biloxi when they come out of it. And that's how you win football games. You got to be physical. You got to win it up front. And that's what we're trying to do right now with our guys and trying to get them to that. And they're really answering the call, man. They're doing a great job. And it's exciting every day watching them.
Absolutely.
Coach, how did Biloxi find you? Because you wasn't looking for Biloxi. You already, like you said, you was sitting there with your cocktail at the house, retired, chilling, man, getting ready to criticize everything on TV from a coach perspective, man.
I could probably do pretty good at that.
You know how retired coaches are, man.
Yeah.
So how did Biloxi find you to get out your comfort zone, move cross state line to come over to?
Well, it's kind of funny with all that being said. You know, I retired and didn't have a plan. A lot of people don't know that, but when I left Lowndes to come back to Alabama, it was a death in my family with my father, who was really close. And I'm an only child, and I had to come back and take care of my mom. So I took a small Orange Beach High School job just to come back, and they were starting up a new program. We didn't have a football field. We didn't have a locker room. I laugh. I tell people, you know, when I got there, the guys were dressing in the public bathroom at the city park and in their trucks before practice. So we developed it and built it. Now they're building a $31 million facility there, but it wasn't me. It wasn't what I wanted, and I was done in Alabama. I'd already retired there, and you know, but I still had the itch. I still had that itch, and I didn't know what I was going to do, but I knew that as long as I was at Orange Beach, I was going to want to be somewhere that had that desire and that could make me happy again. And my wife wanted me to go back, and my mother, God love her soul, she saw me suffering through it, and she wanted me to go and get back into it. So, you know, with that being said, they called, And I wasn't much for looking around. I'm not into interviewing a whole lot. I'll be honest with you. And it just happened so fast, and it just felt right. We prayed about it, and it just happened to be that day. I don't know. It was weird how it all happened because I retired or resigned or whatever you want to call it. I wanted to open the job up early enough for Orange Beach so they could go find a good coach because I knew I wasn't coming back. A lot of people say that's dumb, but I just said, well, I'll figure it out along the way. Worst case scenario, I'll go sell insurance, sell cars, or work at Walmart. I'll do something. Heck, I didn't know Buc-ee's paid as much as it did. I may have went and done that. But, at the end of the day, like I said, it was a God thing. And, it's gave me something that put a fire back in me that I had been missing for a couple of years. And this is a challenge that I'm going to see happen. I took this job, and coming out of Alabama, I'll be honest with you, everybody says, well, you can't win on the coast. I'm going to change it. We want to change it, and we want to make it known that football is on the coast. And, everybody says, well, they play down there and they win, but they can't get past those games against Hattiesburgs and Meridians and Oak Groves and all that. Well, I talked to the guys coming over here. That's what we want to change, the mentality of who we are and what we got to do. And it can be done. And that's my goal. And hopefully over this tenure, we're going to see that change. And we want to see some championships come down south. People ask me and look at me strange, what's your goal at Biloxi? Our goal is to go undefeated. It always is. I don't care what you ask, but it's going to be undefeated. The second goal is to win the region. The third goal is to win the state championship, to win the South and get to the state championship. And that's what our goals are at Biloxi. And they're going to continue to be that until we achieve them. And then when we achieve them, we're going to continue to go to the national level, which we have played at before, or I have, and we're going to get to that level. But, we want to bring TV games to Biloxi. I've done that at Lowndes. I was on ESPN 2 years in a row. And I'm already in talks with people right now trying to get games worked. And we want to get ESPN games there. We want to get, I want to do a big 7-on-7 this summer. We want to put 32 teams in there across the nation, the best that we can find to come in. We just want to challenge our guys every day. Well, I think our schedule is a tough schedule. I didn't get to make it, but we want to make it even tougher in the future. When I was in Alabama, I flew a team to Miami to play Miami Central. When I was in Alabama at a school, we went to play Don Bosco, which was the number one ranked team in the country at the time. We went and played in the Herb Street Classic, if you remember that, up in Cincinnati. I played in 3 NFL stadiums with high school teams. We want that to be a norm at Biloxi. And that's what I'm going to attempt to do over the next few years. And I think I've put the staff together to get it done. And, man, we got some really good young talent coming along with the guys that we got there. But this senior class is the one that's got to lay that first brick to where we're going. And the expectations have to be high. People always say, why do you say these things? I say them because I want to be somewhere that wants to win. I don't want to be somewhere that's 5-5. If you want to be 5-5, you got the wrong guy. That's what I told them. I told Biloxi, if their goal is to be 5-5 and 6-4, please don't hire me. Okay, because that's not what I want, and I hope that's not what they want, and they didn't. So we're on the process now, and the blueprint has kind of been put into place, and we're going to take it week by week and day by day, and we're going to use that 1% deal and try to get a little bit better every day.
I love it, man. Like, I just hear you talking. You got me pumped up, man. I'm ready, but I can see Jalen Anderson come across me. I'm just ready to see y'all.
I tell you, he had a really good summer this summer. And I tried to tell him and his dad he's going to be a college wide receiver, and I think he saw that as the year went on, or the summer. I think he is a slot guy in the next level. And he showed me a lot of things over the last few weeks. I told him, I said, man, if I'm at a college, I'm going after him as a slot. And I think they went off to a couple of camps, and his dad came back and said, you were right. Everybody's talking to him as a slot guy. So he's an explosive guy, man. I'm excited we got him.
Two-way player, too.
Yep,
like,
absolutely.
He's a stud, man. Like, and then you got Juice back here. We call him Juice.
Yeah, he had a little injury last year, but I'm going to tell you something. That guy right there is a zone back.
Stud.
He runs the inside zone and the outside zone as good as I've had a guy in a long time. He's got power. He's got speed that you didn't know about. Juice, Jameer, he's going to be a really good, along with Jalen Johnson. We got a 1-2 punch coming at you right there. we've got a lot of excitement.
Man,
out
you
of
got
that.
nothing but talent. Like I'm one of them guys that got one of them 7-on-7 programs, so I dip in a lot of Biloxi
Absolutely.
pool, man. You got nothing but talent in Biloxi. You got William Lai, you got who else? You got Jalen Johnson.
William Lai, you got the Ainsworth kid
Yeah.
up front on the offensive line who's had a tremendous year,
Yes.
who would just be a sophomore, but he's returning from last year. You've got Tristan Haynes. Tristan, man, has had a really blow-up summer. He faced some of the best DBs up in Hoover and just went up over the top of them and got it a few times. One guy was a 4-star guy out of Mary G. Montgomery over in Mobile. And, man, he really made him look good on a couple of catches. But he really has been able to stretch the field for us and do some things. So I've been excited about him. Darius Holmes is a corner for us who's come out of nowhere, who had a really good one. Darion Perkins has done a really – Willie Pope. Willie Pope has moved to a little bit of a nickel look as an outside backer look for us. He's long. He's got a lot of range. And he is physical, which I didn't know till spring. And he's coming off the edge. I think he's going to be really, really good. And I think you're going to see him at the next level really develop to that outside backer guy.
Yeah, when we played 7-on-7, he was on my team. He was a corner.
Yep.
Our head coach, Joe Arnold, figured early, I'm going to move you to outside linebacker in 7-on-7. Willie seen the best of him playing sideline to sideline, that short field. He took away one side of the field. And I was like, hey, man, you need to tell them folks move you to outside linebacker or that hybrid safety guy.
He's got a lot of length.
Yeah,
a lot of length. And, it's going to bring a lot to the table for us, and we're excited about that. And, we've got some other guys that I'm just kind of waiting for them to get on the field. It's going to be a name for themselves.
JoJo.
They've made it. They've had good springs, and I could go on and on. But at the end of the day, we got to put the pieces together, and we got to go out and play sound football.
I think Wyatt's going to have his best year this year.
We're going to play Wyatt, but we're also going to play the Ramsey kid. Ramsey's he's a young kid that's did really well. He's a kid that's going to be a big quarterback. So I like him. We've got a ninth grade kid I watched today, matter of fact, that has done well and had a good summer. So we're excited about, like I said, our personnel. But talk is talk. We got to get out and perform.
I didn't want to bring up the Ramsey kid. He's my 7-on-7 quarterback, and yeah, he's going to be a star.
He's going to play. When I was at Phoenix City, we played Tucker Melton was a kid, and another kid that went to LSU that I had. We had 2 Division I players. When I was at Prattville, we had 2 Division I quarterbacks that played. I can play 2 guys in our system, and they both can be successful.
Yeah.
Right.
You just got to know how to handle it, and you got to know how to put the best one in the best situation to perform.
Right.
And when you've got 2 guys that do 2 different things, it's harder to prepare for.
Absolutely.
Because you don't know which guy's going to be in at what series.
Right.
So if they've got 2 different mindsets, and you've got 2 different mindsets as a play caller, now you become a little bit different offensively on the other side to a defensive coordinator. So I found that to be real successful for us.
And I seen that in 7-on-7. I watch y'all 7-on-7 a lot when y'all was at Croc, when I went to Mobile and all the other places. And I seen the 2 quarterback, and it's 2 different offers. Like, you don't know what you're going to get.
And Ramsey's really surprised me on his zone read stuff, too. He's been really, really good at his zone read and the power read and some different option stuff we do with the quarterback.
And you got time to work with him. Like I said, he's going to be a sophomore.
Oh, yeah, he's just a sophomore, and he's a kid that's, 6'2", 6'3",
Right. Yeah.
going to be a big guy. I mean, works hard in the weight room. So, and Wyatt, he's not a small one either. He's a pretty good-sized kid. I'll be honest with you, I wish he'd played a little bit more last year. Kid throws a really good deep ball. We've had to work on his more intermediate and short routes, but his deep ball is really, really nice.
Yeah, I'm telling you, man, like, I am ready to see this story that Coach Dubas is putting together, man.
I appreciate it. Our kids, I'm excited for them, and I see the hunger out of their eyes, and they just they want to win, and that's all it. I tell them every day, man, just show up, want to be 1% better than you were yesterday, and give us everything you got. And if you do that, we're going to take care of the rest. And like I said, we hired Eric Collier over from Mobile. He was at South Alabama. He was a successful head coach at Theodore. He's now our defensive coordinator. And we've got some really, really good coaches on our staff that that I really feel good about. I think, I'll be honest with you, this is one of the best staffs I've ever put together.
I'm gonna tell you one of your most hidden gems on your coaching staff is Coach Gabe Myers.
Absolutely. He's our pass game coordinator now. Gabe does a wonderful job in many ways. Gabe's a great guy on social media.
Yeah,
he does a great job promoting that, and we're trying to upgrade that even more.
Biloxi was the first school on the coast to have digital media technology and to have a social media presence and posting, using the players and all. Biloxi was the first school to do this probably like 6 or 7 years
Well,
ago.
our goal is to get better. We had Coach Collier met with our seniors today on our social media, also as far as their highlights, huddle, all that kind of stuff. We're trying to upgrade that for recruiting and do some things. So, man, we got some big ideas over there. We got some guys with ideas. So, you guys are always welcome. We're always an open door. And, we're excited to see what happens this year.
Thanks, Coach, man. You got me pumped up, man.
Absolutely,
I love new blood coming through the coach, man.
Appreciate it, Coach Bowles, man. Thank you, man. Good luck on the season.
Thank you, man.
Thanks for coming. Really appreciate it.
Again, I'm sorry about the helmets. I walked out of that. I need somebody to keep me going sometimes.
Yeah.
Too many things on my mind.
Right. Make sure we good, man. Yeah.
All right, man. We got some leaders from the Biloxi Indians. Y'all state your name for everyone.
Jalen Anderson.
All right. What grade y'all in? Both seniors? Oh wow, your time went by fast, man. Golly. So first question we like to ask, man, what are you looking forward to your senior year?
I'm looking for just a great community support from my community. A great season, winning wise, leadership wise, making sure everybody grows on the team, so that we have a long time winning. That's all.
Gotcha.
Really looking forward to the success on the winning part, trying to leave a long-lasting impact on our future team coming up behind us. That's really big. So we come back as alumni to the games and support and all that.
Awesome, man. Awesome. One more question I got for you, man. What are some individual goals that'll help you align for team success? I know everybody want to eat. How do y'all? This question that I got from Coach Bingo. How do y'all separate, the selfishness? People go, I gotta get me. How do you get your mindset to align with the team success with the individual success you guys want? Because I know y'all want to play on the next level. So how do y'all do that?
With me, I really feel like as long as the team doing good, what I want myself will come naturally as well. Because if the team doing good, that means I'm gonna benefit from that too. And if I'm doing good, the team's gonna do good as well. So it's really just like you can't really be selfish. That would never work out. It'll never work out for you.
Gotcha.
Like he said, if the team doing well, I'm doing well. If my team's not winning, college is not gonna look at me. So I'm benefiting off the team just like how the team benefiting off me.
Absolutely.
All right, fellas. How did you first get involved in football growing up? Like, what put y'all in football?
My brother forced me to go outside first.
Forced.
So you really hit your own wheel. What about you, Juice?
Growing up, I always wanted to play football, but my mama never really let me play football until like 8th grade because she was scared of injuries and stuff. But 8th grade, I really had a good season and been playing football ever since.
So your mama don't say nothing about you lifting up all that weight up in power weightlifting, going to state and all this stuff. She don't say nothing about that. But she was worried about her baby getting hit out there, taking equipment, man. All right. So, who are your biggest influences and role models in sports, and why?
Really just all the people out of my family who were successful in their sports, like my mom and my dad. They pushed me to be great in my sport, because I don't ever want to be like, it's a competition kind of like.
Yeah.
And then the people that are actually in the league that I want to be in, just seeing them and how successful they are in their life, making me want to accomplish that too.
Man, remember when you were so worried you think you were gonna get in the office?
Yeah.
Look at now, you knocking down the doors at him, man. Coaches just tell you be patient, man.
Your play to handle it.
Like y'all already have what college is looking for. Y'all have grit, y'all Y'all have hustle. Y'all have attitude. Y'all have effort,
grades,
all that. Like, if you do all that and you're a good football player, they gonna want you. You know,
Absolutely.
long as now, if I got, all right, we got to get his grades up out there. I'm not gonna waste my time with you. You know, because you already know what you got to do to play football. But what advice would you give to a younger player aspiring to play high school football?
I would really say like keep your head down and keep focused. You know, don't get complacent. No matter how good you are, no matter how good you think you are. You know, there's never enough. There's always somebody out there that's always gonna be better than you. And really just be humble. Keep that in your head. You know, keep that in your head space. You know.
Also, be patient with colleges and stuff. Don't try to rush the process because everybody has their own process. And also, stay in school. Like take school serious. Like from a young age. Like your ninth grade year, you should be taking it serious all the way through your senior year.
Oh, definitely.
It's more than just football. You know, the academics go into it as well. You know, you're not gonna be playing football for forever, so you gotta have something to piggyback on.
How do y'all, like, you had injuries last year? How do you handle setbacks or losses, both personally and as a team?
Well, I like to think of like a minor setback for a major comeback. You know, it wasn't easy dealing with the injuries, but you know, I had to really focus on being a good leader and try to help my team win, even without me on the field. So I really just focused on trying to get better at rehab and just trying to help our team win and be square team.
For me, it's just make sure I come back healthy. Make sure I'm supporting my teammates, cause just like how I want them to support me if I'm still in. Make sure that like I said, come back healthy. Taking rehab serious, learning the plays, taking my time.
After the season was over with and after the playoff loss, uh, y'all both went right back into the grind. Like, both y'all came out 7-on-7. You played for Coastline Stars and you came out with Coast Elite, man. So, like, y'all had that off-season work to get better. And what did you do different that off season that made you just lock into all the way to where it catapulted all the way up to the summertime to where you all that translated over to spring ball, and now then you start seeing all the offers that start dropping in for you, man. Like, how did that take place?
Taking my time. During right after football season, I stopped really worrying about or stressing about like, dang, I'm not getting offers like everybody else, and I think I'm just as good. I stopped worrying about that. I just put my head down, started grinding, kept moving forward.
Um, you know, just really trying to get the grind in, to try to earn that first offer. You know what I'm saying? Really just keeping my head down, trying to stay focused and work hard as long as I can. Just working on God's timing. That's all.
Love it.
What do you consider your greatest strength as a player?
My greatest strength, I was like as my skill asset.
Yeah.
I'll probably say my vision as well.
I think my two-way ability and my knowledge of the game.
Man, this man had a gang in Georgia County last year. Man, did everything. Man. Picked
I
up.
saw it.
Oh my God, bro! I ain't seen a game like
That was his breakout game.
That was one of them college football 25 with the glitches they trying to fix. He had one of them type of games
Yeah.
where you just couldn't stop one player on either side of the ball and special teams.
Make
Man,
plays on both sides.
that
And
game,
special teams,
man.
right.
Oh my God, he just had one of them games, man.
Yeah.
But so, all right, what's next for after the season? Like, we ain't trying to rush this season by, but what is for this season that are personal goals that you got set for yourself?
Be the first D1 off.
D1 off?
Well, for this season, I'm trying to get 1,000 rushing yards, all-purpose yards, however I get it, and then trying to pull in that offer as well.
Definitely, man. And I really, truly, it's coming and it's coming. Y'all know that, man. Like, I can look at y'all and tell by y'all body language, y'all happy. You know what I'm saying? Y'all feel like y'all mentally in good spaces going into this season. Like, you look like you got a lot lifted out your shoulders. Just knowing Jalen for a long time, knowing, man, you seem happy now, man. Just look at you, man.
But we let y'all go. This is what we've been doing. When we know this shoe drip, man,
Yeah,
we gotta show them what. Okay, we got the bread 11s right here, and then we got some stylish boots, man. My boy Juice
His
got.
girl dressed him,
Man, I love it. I love to see it. But man, thank y'all for coming, man. We appreciate y'all, man. Good luck on the season, man. What you say? What he want? Louis Vuitton. Hey, talking stuff, man. Talk. Man, thank y'all for coming, man. Appreciate y'all. Good luck on the season, man. Thank you. All right.
But he little time. You didn't check my foot, right? Tell y'all, boy, man.
All right, man. Thank y'all for coming. Appreciate it.
I thank you guys, man. Appreciate it. Anytime we do something.
Doing good. Let's see. We got Stone and Green and Stone.
We got Poplarville and stuff.
Okay.
Yeah, that's it, because we out here to make it. You good, Coach? Right there where you want to see that.
Send it up right here.
Yes, sir. You good. You good right there,
Okay.
Coach.
And then
You can bring it up some more. No, you ain't got to hold it. It's going to pick up. There you go.
Good.
All right. We got a head coach from Greene County. Could you introduce yourself to everyone, please, Coach?
yeah, Coach Michael King, Greene County High School.
Absolutely, man. How many years have you been at Greene County now?
So this is going into 7 years now. I did about a year stint at Pearl River Community College and came back. So I was there for 3 years, left, and then came back. And this will be my 4th year back. So bringing a class of freshmen all the way through to their senior year this year. So excited. It happens fast.
Very fast. So how many over like what's your overall career coaching years? How many years have you got under your belt?
So we're going into 20 years this year. So yeah, I got started young, and it's all I ever wanted to do, and so enjoyed every minute of it. So it's been a fun trip.
Gotcha, Coach, man. I know your family is very athletic, man. How do you separate ball and family throughout the season? Because I know that can be something hard to juggle especially when your son played last year. You know, I know that was kind of hard to hey, you're my son, and then you're a football player. You know, we see Coach Prime do it at Colorado. How did you handle that the past couple of years?
Well, we tried to talk about, leave the home things at home and practice things and games things at school and that sort of thing. Tried to separate it as best we could, but he'll tell you we just can't help it. We'll get home and start talking about games and this play or that play. And, so the biggest thing is my girls. I have daughters that play volleyball, so I have one playing at Pearl River, and so a lot of volleyball takes place in the fall during the week. So it's not just juggling my son with football, but it's my daughters playing volleyball too. So we're always on the road somewhere. But having 3 student athletes at home like that, and I've seen how fast their careers have kind of come and gone. You'd only get to do this once, and want to make sure we take advantage of the opportunities and go watch them and be present. So I've learned a little bit of volleyball over the last few years.
Yeah, absolutely, Coach. I know you came to the All-Star game this past year, so I saw you in the stands. Another question, man. You guys got beat by injury bug early in the season last year. How have you guys adapted to how to make your guys be more prepared for a grinding season?
Right. I've thought about that, and I thought, man, am I going to bring that up or not? Didn't want to BCD.
No.
That's
true. That's the truth.
And what we found out, a lot of our guys were multi-sport guys. So we felt like the summer grind between the multi-sport guys probably caused them to not be 100% when we kicked it off. So this year we tried to use a little bit more wisdom and say, look, now we're going to get our stuff that we need to get accomplished, but it's a long season, and you can't win a race if you can't get to the starting line. So I felt like we had some guys that play football, play basketball, play baseball, do a lot of different things, 7-on-7s and stuff in the summertime. So I think we kind of came into the season probably 3/4 of the tank full. So this past off season, we got the work in, but at the same time, we tried to be smarter about preparation and that sort of thing. So hopefully we'll be fresh, and that'll help us.
Yeah, I was always wondering that. That's why I brought it up, Coach, because, that, like you said, it was a fact. You didn't want to come off. I know being a coach, man, I don't want to come off. This is why we didn't have a season that we expected.
Right.
But that was just the honest to God truth. You guys just got beat by the injury.
Yeah. We former coaches, well, no former. Once a coach, I was.
Yeah, absolutely.
We're high school coaches at where it once was, so we know.
Right.
We're not stupid. We can see it. Like,
absolutely.
If that wouldn't have happened, that would have turned out different for them. And that's what happened.
And thankfully, we got our guys back by the last couple games of the season. Got a huge win over Poplarville. Got into the playoffs, beat a Raymond team in the first round, got to the second round, and got stopped by a really good Columbia team.
Yeah.
So we did get healthy, but it was like right there at the last minute for sure.
Yeah. That last year, the way how the season had went for y'all, I was at the for George County at the
Right.
oh my
Right.
God, that was a game, right? That was my first game, George County Greene County game ever.
That's what I was talking with Coach Burns about. He
Yeah.
spoke with you about
Yeah.
how the atmosphere when you were
Crazy.
there,
Yeah, it
with
was
the
crazy.
standing room only,
Yes.
that sort of thing. So
Man.
the whole week leading up is pretty wild. So you know, that's an awesome game, and made a ton of money
Yeah.
at that game.
That's good.
So gotta have them on the schedule because we buy a lot of gear and stuff with the money that one game brings in. So it's almost the equivalent of 3 home games when we play that game.
That game was live.
And that's
right?
not an exaggeration.
Right.
That
right.
game was so live,
That's awesome.
man. Oh my goodness. And it came down to the last.
Yeah, it was 28-28 in the fourth quarter, so it was right there. And they had a senior quarterback come in, and we've been playing safety, the Reeves kid that came in and kind of took the game over and put it on his shoulders.
Offense and defense. Gary caught an interception, and then he came in, Tim Tebow-ish, and took the game. And it was a good game.
They outlasted us there, but it was a good game. We get to go down there this year to their place, and I'm sure the environment will be just as electric this
That's
year.
a big
So
game.
You got to watch the social media chatter that week from both communities.
Yeah.
Oh my God, you talking about it's
Entertaining.
trash? It's entertaining.
wild.
It's like a
Yeah.
movie, bro.
That's
I
wild.
got to.
It's
I
like-
know who's talking crazy. Lonzo Lawrence.
Yes.
He talking
Yeah,
crazy.
Alonzo, he has
Lonzo.
more fun.
Yeah, Alonzo,
right
that-
there with the kids.
Yeah.
Man. He's right there with them.
Zoe talking
so-
a lot of noise in Greene County.
No doubt, no doubt.
He was
I love it though. I love it.
All right, so Coach, what are your main goals for the team this season, both on and off the field?
Well, you know, we've talked a lot about the fact that 4 out of 6 seasons we've been to the second round, and we've kind of got this second round curse that we're trying to escape. You know, the 3 years I was there before the Pearl River job, we went to the second round, and we couldn't get out of the second round. Same thing with Columbia last year, another second round. So that's 4 times that we've been to the second round, and we're at the point now where we're kind of ready to take that next step, you know, and I took for granted how easy things fell into place 17, 18, and 19 when I came back post-COVID. 21 year, I mean, it has been a grind. It's been uphill, getting the right staff in place, getting a group of kids believing and rebuilding kind of from the ground up. And we've done that. We've got 18 seniors going into this year. So, and we called a meeting the other day with them and said, look, guys, hey, if we don't get it done this year, it's y'all's team. We always say that, you know, we always say, you know, it's our program as coaches, but it's your team. We tell the players, it's your team. And you decide how much you're willing to give, you know, how hard you're willing to work, how hard you're willing to grind. And you know, and it comes down to November when the ball starts bouncing in the gym and a lot of kids are just wore out with it. They're ready to see what's next, you know, what we got next, what's next. And we try to fight that mentality and say, guys, you only get one opportunity to do this, and so let's take advantage of this and prolong this season as long as we can. You know, so that's kind of the outlook for this year.
18 seniors. Jeez.
That's a pretty strong team.
That's a lot. That's a lot. That's gonna be a big loss after this year.
Good group, for sure. Good kids.
This your first year. Your first tenure where you coached them from freshmen to seniors.
Yes.
Okay.
It's actually the first time I've been able to do that.
Right,
Because I
right.
left before. That's a great point. And a lot of that was coming back. I'm just going to be honest with you. My son came back with me to Leaksville as a freshman 4 years ago. He'll be a senior this year. So, you know, that's exciting to be able to coach my son for 4 years and live through every up and down and learn about ourselves and build on our relationship. We're making memories that we'll remember for the rest of our lives. And that's been a really cool thing. It hasn't been easy now because the fans can be brutal, you know, from the stands, you know, it can be tough, you know, but it makes a man out of you. And all those lessons that he's learning in those situations, I'm proud of the fact that, you know, we'll keep on keeping on, you know.
You know, there haven't been many good father and son combinations that come through there. I consider Greene County coach team.
Yeah.
So, like that, what y'all doing is impressive. I
It's
love it.
fun. It's
I love
awesome.
It's like you said, it's like watching Coach Prime, man. Like per se,
Yeah.
like,
I
it's
love
pretty cool.
The only time I get to do it, my son's 3, but I get to do it on college football 25.
Oh, yeah.
I create my son at quarterback.
Thanks.
I'm the head coach, so I can do it virtually. I can't do it in real life. So, but it's really dope that you know you get the opportunity. Everybody don't get that opportunity, man.
Right.
So it's pretty cool.
Can you highlight any key players who are expected to make any significant impact this season?
Yeah, absolutely. I get Jace Matthews. He's with us. He's a junior this year. A lot of folks been asking me about him. And a lot of folks thought he was in that senior class. They don't realize that he's a young guy. He's got 2 more years. So
I knew who he was.
So we're so we're pumped up about him on the offensive side of the ball. Just huge catch radius, huge hands, understands the game, does an awesome job. We're going to move him all over the field, slot, out wide, single him up backside. So we're excited about what he brings to the table, not just the football aspect, but the leadership part of it too. We got 5 senior offensive linemen that I'm really excited about. So, 2012, we were in Jackson against a Knoxville team. We got beat, but we had 5 senior offensive linemen, and I usually don't talk really big like that. If winning championships was about talking about it, everybody would win. But there's some common themes that I've noticed from this team and the team we had several years ago. So excited about that. Got a senior inside linebacker, Dana McLeod, that's back, and some senior defensive linemen that are going to hold it down in front of him that I'm really excited about. Kid named Cam Kelly that was with us as a freshman with the Moss Point. Didn't work out down there. Some things happened. His living situation changed, so he came back to us this year. He'll be a senior. So he'll be a guy that's probably going to flip over and play some offensive line too. So got some guys on the defensive side that we're excited about as well. So
Cam's a good kid.
some older kids, some veterans that have some playing experience that we're excited about. And there's no substitute for experience, getting out there and just playing. We've got that this year. Excited.
Well, Coach King, man, it's always a pleasure for you to make that ride from Leaksville, man. So, it's all for you to do that. It means a lot to us. We don't take nothing for granted when coaches come to see us on media day. We know how busy you with family and with your teams and school. We're about to get ready to start. Man, it's always an honor and privilege to have you, man. Thank you for what you do for coach football and your community.
Absolutely. There's a little thing that came out a little while ago with the state of Mississippi with all the different schools. You probably saw it.
That,
you
man.
saw
that
how
was
Greene
nice.
County is so big and spread out right there.
Right.
It just kind of swelled up within me a sense of pride that we are that county school there. We're one of the smallest 4As in the state, but, man, we got good kids. We got kids that and, man, like I always talk about, super polite, respectful, hardworking, God-fearing. We got kids that I'm wondering if I can ever coach anywhere else because of the fact that I'm so accustomed to that type of kid and what you can demand from them and how they always rise to the occasion. So anytime I get an opportunity, and this is a perfect venue to come and just promote the kids in Leaksville and Sandhill and McLean there in Greene County that come together. I couldn't be more proud to be their coach. And, man, you guys keep doing what you're doing because it's awesome to be able to come and sit down and chat with you.
Yes, absolutely, man. Thank you, Coach, man. Appreciate everything, man.
Absolutely.
We're going to make us a trip to
we're going to have to.
Yeah.
It's like y'all have a deep playoff on.
I went last year. Last year was fun.
You don't matter. Take which one you want.
Tell you, man, food smells so good.
Good. All right, we have 2 leaders here from Greene County, man. Introduce yourself to everyone.
My name is Jason Matthews, Greene County High School, 2026.
All right.
I'm Toby King, and I'll be a senior at quarterback.
Absolutely, man. So, look, man, I'm a film junkie. I watch you guys huddle. And we're going to hear King to Matthew a lot this year, right? Explain to everyone how y'all developed this chemistry that you have on the field.
Well, this will be my, third year starting team, so we're getting a lot of experience along the way. That freshman year, he was a freshman and I was a sophomore, and that's when the connection really started, and just building on that pretty much.
Yeah, speaking on my freshman year, his sophomore year, first game against Dancy, I know most of the starters in front of me had cramped over that I had to come in. We made a very good connection that game.
You had to grow up quick.
150 yards.
Yeah, he grew up real quick, man. Jay, so how are you dealing with like the recruiting trail, right? A lot of people are coming at you. You was mentioned in a couple articles that you were one of the top receivers in the state. How are you dealing with that? Not letting you get in the quote unquote big head. How are you managing to stay humble?
Myself, being a humble person, we've been very good process going through having to answer phone calls, having to do interviews, having to stay home, not do too much.
And King, you probably gonna be getting a lot of phone calls as well this year, man. So how do you deal with just the process of getting ready to go to college?
Well, it's never really been about that for me. I'm never looking for a college offer or anything. I'm just trying to enjoy my 4 years and play with all my guys and just take advantage of that and not even if the offers come, good, but if they don't, then that's fine too.
Cool. Cool. I got one more question for you guys, and I'm gonna pass it over to my boy. All right, for you, King. All right, how does it feel to play with your dad?
Well,
Well,
I mean, it's pretty much all I'm used to it by now, so I don't really know. Like, it's not a big deal anymore. So I'm used to it and I'm good with it. It's been great so far, and just looking forward to one last year of it.
So you're just enjoying the ride. Gotcha.
Yes, sir.
Gotcha. All right.
all right. Where you see yourself playing on the team this year? Like, where's have you found that position that you said, all right, this is what I'm finna home.
A receiver, of course, but probably the slot.
The slot, you like throwing him in the slot and inside or more in the open field?
It's easier whenever he's right there in the slot. I mean, he's closer to me, so he gets the ball more, and so it's nicer to have him. But he'll be number 3 in trips. He can be number 2 in doubles. He can be by himself, so he can really get it anywhere.
You're pretty mobile too. I was watching get in that pocket, man. You can get around and make some plays and extend some plays, man, with your legs. Like, when do you normally typically bring out that arsenal, out the arsenal? Trouble, or just is it in the game plan sometimes?
I try to stay in there as long as possible most of the time. And if the pocket breaks down, if necessary, I'll get out and try to make something happen. But I'm trying to stay in there as long as I can without getting sacked.
Facts. Can you share some of the team's goals for this season and what steps y'all are taking to achieve them?
Of course, what Coach said, we're trying to get past the second round playoff. But I like to win district too.
Yeah, district championships are a good goal. We hadn't had that, I think, since 2019, probably.
All right. Well, this spring and summer is over with. Time for fall camp. Start the year off with. How would you describe the team chemistry going into this new season?
I would say it's stronger than it's ever been. With 18 seniors, we've been doing it together for a while, and yeah, probably strong as it's ever been.
What qualities make a great leader?
Let me see, being vocal, being humble, confident, not cocky. Them are my big two.
What's your definition of it?
Yeah, probably being vocal is important, but you have to, walk the walk, as they say. Like nobody's gonna listen to a guy who's, up one day, down the next, and is not a man of their word. And I think servant leadership is important too, because everybody thinks, being a leader is just ordering people around, telling them to do certain things, but like it's important with those freshman guys. You show them it's more than that. You set by example and do things like that.
Can you walk us through a typical practice session and what you focus on during that training?
At the beginning of practice, weightlifting. I try to take it hard in the weight room. After that, go out to the field, do individual work. And after that, try to learn the plays. Well, I know the plays. After that, maybe conditioning, depends on the day.
Yeah. From the quarterback standpoint, you pretty much coach on the field without the coaches.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So, how do you and your team prepare for certain opponents?
Depends. Offense. On offense, it depends on DB, line. I feel like those are key details you gotta focus on.
Yeah, we normally start out film at the beginning of the week, watch defense, see what they're in, like who they have personnel wise, and we don't normally. Our game plan doesn't vary too much from week to week. We just figure out certain concepts and things that will be better to run against them, against the certain opponents.
Okay. My last question before I let y'all go. What message do you have for the fans who come out to support y'all every Friday night?
Everything going County. Mostly the underdogs in this fight. Be expecting something different this year.
Yeah, not a whole lot of people, outside of Green County expect anything much from us, and so we're just going to play as hard as we can every single game and just see what happens.
Definitely, man. I appreciate you guys for making that drive all the way from Leesville, man. Like, that's a long drive, man. But I appreciate it, and it gives us more of an idea of, like, who you guys are, and now we get to follow you. We're putting you in front of the whole coast so people will know who you are. And, of course, we have college recruiters looking at us and everything. So this is like a platform for our athletes to be able to get their voice, name, and face out there. So take advantage of it whenever you got that opportunity.
Yes, sir.
Appreciate y'all, man. Y'all be careful on the way. Have a healthy season, man.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, this is.
See you this year.
People to make
Yeah.
it better. Get in front of the camera as bad as they don't want to get in front of the camera. So you got to. You got to do it, you know.
You gotta learn how to talk in front of the camera.
So that's awesome. Y'all do this for.
So whenever you ready. Does y'all have a helmet? No. Helmet's out. As long as y'all here, that's all that matters. All right. We have a head coach here from Poplarville. Please introduce yourself to everyone. You don't have to hold it, coach. You can let it sit right there if you want. Unless you want to hold it, it's up to you.
I don't.
Okay.
Jay Beach, head coach for the Poplarville Hornets.
Thanks for coming, Coach Beach. How many years have you been at Poplarville now?
This will be my 11th season as head coach, and I was there 3 years before that as an assistant. So 14, going in my 14th year total.
Gotcha. Coach, kind of give everybody some leaders that you have on the team to make immediate impact for your ball club this season.
Well, the two guys I brought today, Nick Miller and Josh Beck, definitely be team leaders for us this year. Josh plays defensive end. Nick plays running back and defensive back. Ben Wheel is another one that was voted captain. We have 4 captains this year. Ben Wheel's a captain on the offensive side of the ball. And our 4th captain is Sidney Blackman, who's our quarterback. And we have 18 seniors this year. I've been very pleased with how they've worked through spring training in the weight room and had one of our best off seasons in a while, summer workout seasons in a while as far as attendance for our seniors. I think you combine all of our seniors together, and they made, I think, 88% of the workout. You take every single workout and divide it by the seniors and the number of times they came. I think combined as a class, they were like at 88%. So that shows you what kind of leadership we have with our senior group.
That senior leadership showing, examples to the younger athletes. You sound real comfortable. You sound real confident in this upcoming season. Could we see a return to the state championship?
It's possible. A lot has to go our way. I think we'll have to overachieve to get there, and which I said the same thing last year and the year before. We're going to have to take what we have, what God's given us, and we're going to have to multiply on that. We're going to have to overachieve. We're going to have to do things that people don't expect us or think we can do, and that's kind of what we preach. And that's what these guys know. You got to do more. You got to do more than people think you can do. You got to be tougher than people think you can be. And that's kind of our motto.
All right, Coach Bingo. How would you describe your coaching philosophy, and how does it influence your approach to the game?
Well, I think a overall total program you put together as far as your weight room, your strength and conditioning, and then does that match your offensive and defensive philosophies? And we are real physical. So we hit it really hard in the weight room, and we think what we do in the weight room as far as how it builds not only our physical toughness but our mental toughness. We think the weight room and what we do outside, conditioning wise and plyometric training wise, it does make us strong physically, but we're really working on the minds and our mental toughness. And I tell the kids all the time, you're not just born straight up a warrior, a dog. I mean, you have to. That's something you gain. That you train. We're training our minds to be mentally tough, just like we're training our bodies. And then we match that up to what we do on offense and defense. We think what we do in the weight room transfers really well to what we're doing on offense and defense.
Coach, what are some of the qualities you look for in your team leaders or captains?
One, lead by example. That's the biggest thing. Nobody wants to hear you talk if you're not willing to do the work and do. So we're mainly lead by example. Try to lift players up, build players' confidence. That's what we want from our leaders, and we'll let the coaches coach and correct. We want our leaders leading by example and building other kids up. And we want our leaders to be on the field. We want them to inspire teammates to play better, to play great, to give it their all. And there's a way about doing that. If you're negative, or if you're look at me, or do this, do that, that doesn't inspire anybody. We want our leaders to inspire the team and to motivate them, to will them to victory.
Definitely, man. Winning philosophy. Can you share any success stories of former players who have gone on to achieve great things in football and other areas that you coached?
I got too many to talk about. One, I'll talk about a kid, Jamaric Waller, who played at Pearl River Community College 2 years, played at Wichita Baptist and Arkansas D2 school for 2 years. Now he's coaching high school football. If you have polled our coaching staff, after his sophomore year, just to see him think he would graduate high school, would have probably said definitely no. But he did, and did a great job at Pearl River. And it shows a lot of the character in him that he went to Pearl River, went to Arkansas, played football, stuck it out. Took him 5 years, I believe, to finally get everything he needed to be a teacher. So, and he's doing great. He's doing a great job where he's at. And I mean, tons of others. I mean, so many success stories that kids that just developed into a great guy, a great kid, and a great athlete, and never even got to start until their senior years. Those are big success stories for us. You look at a kid as a freshman, like, I don't know if he's ever going to play. He's a nice kid. I just don't think he's ever going to play. And then come his senior year, you're like, wow, he's really going to help us this year. He's going to be a starter. Those are success stories too that happen all the time.
And how does community support influence your team's morale and performance?
Well, it's a huge factor. I mean, a really, really big factor. When you come to a Poplarville High School football game, just seeing the community and the support that we get every Friday night, you can't help but to raise your level of intensity and your level of performance seeing that crowd. So, if it was crickets and there was 20 people in the stands out there watching, I don't think we'd be having nearly the success we're having now.
What has been your most rewarding experience as coach of Poplarville High School?
I don't think I can just put my finger on one, but it's what I go back to what I was talking about a little while ago. Just seeing the kids that as a ninth grader that have no chance in the world, you believe, of ever being a player, and kind of being a quiet kid, or kind of not fitting in anywhere, or just a kid that nobody really knows, and then he decides that he's going to commit and he's going to work his tail off, and he's going to show up, and he's going to be a good teammate, and then after not playing as a sophomore, maybe not getting a start, just playing JV as a junior, and then to still be there as a senior, not complain, just put the time in, put the work in, and then to have just that glorious senior year where they start We've even had them make All-State after not even starting to their senior years. And just that makes me super proud because I know we got a good, strong program. Because most kids won't go through that. They'll quit after their junior year, realizing I'm not getting to play this year. But we've had so many. I think we had 6 kids last year that were seniors that never started before, and then bam, their senior year they're starting, and that's really rewarding to me. All the state championships we've been to have been very memorable, but just those little particular instances make me happy.
That's crazy. Yeah, you got a lot of success stories. Before we let these young men up here, lastly, can you highlight any key players who are expected to make a significant impact this season for the Hornets?
I think Josh at defensive end is going to be have a great year for us. Nick's going to have a great year on offense and on defense. We got Tylen Keys coming back, who's got some SEC offers. He's going to make a big impact for us. We have Jacob Taylor and Aiden Graham on the O-line, 2 big, really good O-linemen we have coming back. Our quarterbacks returning from last year with more experience and going to be a great player. We have a kid I think is going to make a big impact for us. Is a kid that didn't start last year as a junior. He's a senior now. He's his first year start, but I think he's going to have a huge impact at wingback for us, that case. I think Cole Henry and Biggie Smith and the defensive backfield will have big impacts for us. And others. I don't want to pass up anybody, but that's just the ones on top of my head I can think of.
Right. Man, I appreciate you, Coach, coming. Like he said, that's a nice little drive there from Poplarville to come over this way, But we appreciate you. We're grateful for it, for you coming and bringing the players over here and talking coach football with us to prepare for this upcoming 2024 season. And we wish you all the luck and success for you and your coaching staff and your families and all of them alike and your team. We just pray for y'all and just have a blessed season, man.
I appreciate y'all having me.
Always an honor and privilege, Coach. Always.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
I know you coach. I always call you Coach B. Just like a Hornet, man. Coming up here tearing up the nest, man.
All right. Broke up on the back of the truck. I got it.
Right at the tip, Bob. What's up, fellas? Go ahead and introduce yourself and tell us your name, your position, and your classification.
My name is Nick Miller. I'm an athlete all over the field.
All over the field. I like don't put that shit on the shirt.
All over the field.
Josh Beck, defensive end. I can play anywhere else too.
You ain't all over the field, though, huh?
What's y'all class? What grade y'all?
Both
Seniors, man. Hey, first question I'd like to get off the rip, man. What are you looking forward to your senior year? What's the biggest moment you're looking forward to?
I feel like understanding football is in the league and like just playing the game of football mostly. It's been awesome to me. So it's great. I like playing with my teammates and understanding their weak points, their strengths. I love the team. That's mostly just growth, really.
I'm really looking forward to seeing like some of the younger guys step up this year. I feel like we built them up very good this summer. I feel like we had a great summer. I'm just ready to see it all pay off.
Absolutely. So listen, we had media day yesterday. It's a couple teams that got you guys circled on their schedule. I'm not gonna say who it is. You got to go watch it yourself if you get time. But who do y'all have circled on y'all schedule?
Nobody. We take care of them. So
Okay. Okay. My bad.
He's very confident.
I love
Hey,
it.
I hear you. We hear you. We love it.
Be, man. You're a
We love
football
it.
player.
We love it. We love it. All right, I got one more question that I'll let you go. I mess with the players about this. When Coach Beaches is upset, give me an impression of what does he do? Oh, that's okay. He actually was the first one that actually did it. Okay. Then phones off. Okay. Gosh, man. Gotcha. All right.
All right, man. All right, fellas. How does your team approach building a positive culture and environment in the locker room?
Let's see. I mean, we really just work and work and work. So I mean, any type of coaching we get, we understand it and we accept it as it is. And so we just go off on that. But we all try to build each other up to that coaching, you know. Like this coach gonna say this and this. So I mean you gotta accept it as it is and just keep going. Right? Keep working hard. Man, we got a season coming up. You gotta understand what they're saying and how it's gonna be. How it's gonna be, you gotta understand that and do it.
You are boy, you hey,
I like it.
I like yeah, that's
Yeah.
like
But yeah, building off what he said, just understanding coaching and just dominating. That's really all we focus on. And coming together as a team, I feel like we did that great this summer.
Coach said you're gonna be coming off the edge this year at the end, man.
Yes,
You
sir.
got some personal goal. How many sacks you trying to get?
I'm going for 20 plus.
Ooh! What's your personal goals for this season, Mr. Everyone?
I'm really a well-balanced player. So, I mean, whenever I get the ball, whenever I see the ball, I just got to do my thing, really.
Yeah.
Just make it happen.
What's your favorite position on the field you like to play?
I say wide receiver slot.
Yeah. So you get sticky out there with him? Yeah,
I
you got
like
the
that.
head top on.
Mostly kick return, too.
Oh, so you
Okay,
return
special
that thing.
team.
Yeah.
The boy say you do everything.
You, any schools throwing in the offers that you with?
I got 3 offers right now.
Name.
Lions College, Millsaps, and then SMACM University.
So you're playing at the next level after this season.
That's the plan.
That's the plan. God's plan. Yeah.
Very confident
Absolutely.
in that.
About you, man.
None right now. It's coming.
Yep.
He talked to him while you got him on the line, right?
Yeah.
Tell him what's up, man. You ain't hard to find.
Y'all tell everybody your Twitter handles or X handles as it now. So when we will be able to put that out there when we live stream at the games on Friday nights, just so they know who you are. Like they can click on that huddle link and see how you guys get down on that field. So tell them your X or your Instagram, your IG, whatever. Get it out there.
My Twitter is Josh_Beck2. I'm very active on there. So yeah.
My Twitter is capital M Nick _3. Very active on there. Do a lot of talking on there.
Yeah.
A lot of motivation stuff.
Yeah.
Keep it 100.
I'm definitely gonna go follow y'all.
Oh yeah, I got to go follow y'all.
Y'all,
Got any more?
yeah. Last question. How do you want to be remembered?
I want to be remembered as a leader and just that one person that really understood the game and just made sure that you got to make those plays. Even when I do mess up, I try to motivate myself. Even my teammates when I mess up, when it's all on me. You know what I mean? But I love my guys. I love the team. I love this dog right here. Even coming off the edge.
Yeah.
Let's see. Game of football is really, really awesome. I want to be known as, that kid right there. He loved football.
Yeah.
I've been playing since I was 6. This is a game that I want to continue with and just rock with it. For real. And so,
Not you, bro.
Yeah, just building off of what Nick said again. I just want to be remembered as the guy that came out and worked hard every day. Just try to build the people up around me. Try to give all the knowledge that I got to the next guy. Just being very successful. Come in, put the work in. And the rest comes with it.
Yeah, our work ethic it's pretty strong. Our confidence level and our standards is up there.
Love it.
Definitely. I look forward to seeing y'all. Like I say, y'all have a winning formula in Poplarville, man. We just got to get y'all over that little hump, man.
It's possible.
It's very possible. Like y'all are so close. Like
as a team, we should get back to where we was and probably go forward with it.
I'm looking forward to it, man. Me, I'm always on social media. How the coach got something to say, and that starts with us winning gold balls. Because as you know, they do not respect us up north past I-10. So we got to bring them gold balls back toward this way, man. And it starts with y'all. Y'all one of the first teams they got to see when they come to I-10. And y'all have been there like 4 straight times, man. Like y'all that close, man. Like God, they got to get one. It's coming.
We thank y'all for the time, man. Y'all have a healthy season, man. Y'all have a blessed life. And man, we gonna follow y'all this season, man. So appreciate y'all, man. Thank you.
Thank you.
Oh man, man, appreciate you, man. And keep balling, man. Last one. Gotcha. Coach, back it up a little bit.
But man, you gotta keep that close.
You gotta keep it close because you can't hear.
Mics, yeah.
Oh, okay.
They sound like
I said
I'm
mic
moving.
on.
Yeah. Let me get it lower so you can see the help. Boom. Yeah,
There we go.
Yeah, boom. In there.
All right.
Yes, sir. What's up, Coach? Back to year 2, huh?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. How was it, man? Like, how was year 1 for you?
Just being completely transparent and honest, almost overwhelming. You know, last year was the first year being head coach. It was the first year in 5A for me. It was also the first year that we had new heat protocols. It was the first year for me to have a new athletic director. So honestly, it was a lot at the point that I was taking over. So a lot of things have settled down, and I feel like I've settled in. So really excited about this season.
Absolutely. So I'm glad you opened it up with that, man. You know, you guys unfortunately had a loss in the Stone County community. Could you kind of let everybody know what kind of coach? I just slipped my mind. What was his name?
Andrew Bradford.
Coach Bradford. Can you kind of let everybody know how Coach Bradford was to the community of Stone and Stone High?
Yes. So I knew Coach Bradford for 1 year, maybe a year and 2 months. But honestly, he was a kind of person that I felt like I've known him for 5 or 6 years. You know, in our profession, we don't do this for the money, and he was one of those guys. You know, we weren't able to, you know, pay him a whole lot, but he never even questioned that. Honestly, I was there for a year, and we never even that never even came up. So, but to speak on who he is who he was as a person, just a great guy. Our kids loved him, so he coached in our secondary. But I can tell you, when he showed up to practice, the first water break we had, everybody was just attracted and drawn to him. Like, man, let's go say what's up to Coach Drew. And you know, I went to the funeral last week, and that was tough because, you know, not only was I there and watching, but a lot of our players were there. And to see them hurt, you know, that was hard for me, but then also speaks volumes for the type of person that Andrew was. And so to hear people in the community get up and talk, that was probably the most, the toughest position I've been in because, you know, it challenged me. It was a challenge for me. And then I was able to go back and talk to our team about that. You know, one lady that knew him really well got up and said, we have to do better. Like, Coach Drew was such a good person for our community. It's time for us to take up that slack. That's what he would want us to do. So I can tell you he loved the Tomcats. He loved Tomcat football. His son graduated the year before. And so I was nervous that he might not want to help because his son had graduated. He's actually playing college football. But his son was a phenomenal athlete. And so, again, I was nervous that, you know, me coming in as a first-year head coach, I hope he will stay on staff. And he never slowed down. You know, he was the coach who showed up, and he was looking for something to do. How can I help the Tomcat football team? So just a great person, a good coach, really good coach, but honestly a better friend, a better role model to our young people in Stone County and in the Wiggins community.
Absolutely. Prayer goes out to his family as well. I got one more question, Coach, before I give it to Coach Bingo. That year 1, you kind of briefly talked about it. What was the word I'm thinking of? What was revealed to you as a person on that first year as a coach? Like, how did you, like, okay, let me really look myself in the mirror and really check myself. Like, what do I need to do to get better as a coach, and what do I need to do better to make this team go?
Right. So I've worked with a lot of really good head football coaches. So I think that, you know, always having a good example was able to help me in year 1. You know, I know that you heard from Coach King a few coaches ago, and then Coach Beach was the last guy to talk. I've worked for both of those guys. That was my last 2 stops. Wow. And just learned so much from each one of them from different angles. So one thing that Coach King used to say that stuck with me and answers your question is when something goes wrong, you need to have a mirror mentality and not a window mentality. Not looking at, is it the referee? Was it his call? Is it the player who didn't catch the ball? We don't look at that. We need to look at ourselves. So a lot of times whenever Coach Beach and Coach King, and even when I worked for a coach, Perry Weed at Purvis, a lot of times he was talking to the team
I was sitting there making sure that I got something out of it too. And so, honestly, if you look at those life lessons that these head coaches are giving out, it doesn't just apply to a 17-year-old. You know, it applies to me too as a grown-up. So that's what I'm trying to pass down to these guys. So to self-reflect, there were some things that I didn't do perfect this past season. And so I think moving forward, we already have a better plan, especially even with practice. How practice is set up with the same heat guidelines that we went by last year, that changed things. So there was some gray area, and we were trying to figure things out as we went.
It's definitely hot in Wiggins. I played at Gulf Coast.
Yes.
But man, that just shows that's just a testament of showing the character that you have, that you was accountable to know I need to do this to get better. So that's awesome, Coach.
Coach, how do you adapt your coaching style to fit the strengths and weaknesses of your current roster?
Well, what's great for the roster we have, some teams their foundation. What is your identity? Well, some teams they're going to say, we have a good offensive line, we're going to run the ball, and we need to get 3.5 yards every play, and mathematically you'll win the football game. You have 1 or 2 stops. And some teams, like you've heard from today, we're going to throw the football because the more explosive plays you have, the better chance you have at winning the football game. So it's looking at your own identity. For us, moving into this season, I think that we're fortunate enough in Wiggins at Stone High to have guys who are on both sides of that. We have some big, strong guys that I think can get some movement up front, but then we also have playmakers on the outside. So I think that we'll see out of us a more balanced attack this year. And you ask, how do I figure that out? A lot of times, and especially now, I'm going to lean on our position coaches. I have some really good position coaches that do a good job with their groups.
What do you believe is the most important lesson high school football teaches student athletes?
Well, I think it's not to give up, honestly. So everybody that you've talked to has mentioned probably hard work at some point. I think that's the truth. It's hard work, but then it's also how you respond to difficult times. We went 3-7. We lost 4 games by 4 points or less. Well, that's pretty tough. You know, I used to get asked, would you rather lose by 35 or by 3? And so I've been on both sides of that. So I think that for our young guys, what we're trying to tell them every day is, hey, who are you when things go great? And then also, who are you whenever we face adversity? What's easier right now, to wake up and come to a summer workout or to stay up the night before and play NCAA? And so we have to make decisions every day that affect the next day. So we've talked a lot about what's important now. So what's important for us right now is this coming up week.
Okay. How do you handle the mental aspect of the game with your players, especially during high-pressure situations?
So that's a tough part of football because each position you have to handle a little bit different. We have a really good offensive line coach in Brad Calcote that we're able to bring back this year. And so he can kind of talk to his guys and push his guys in a different way than we might have to talk to our sophomore quarterback. So football, like most sports, is a mental game too. So our receivers coach played at Vanderbilt and then played at Alcorn. So he has a lot of experience with the mental part of that too. So as a head coach, I'm trying to do my job to make sure that everybody's pulling in the same direction, and our assistant coaches are there to coach and then build them back up and get them ready to go back on the field.
How do you work to ensure that every player, regardless of their role on the team, feels valued and motivated?
So one thing that we do try to mention is, I don't get to say it after every practice, but at least once a week we try to say, if you did not contribute today, then our practice was not as good as it should be. So we're up to around 80 to 85 players, which is our numbers are up from a year ago. But still, with 80 players, we want to make sure, what's your identity? So I kind of mentioned identity earlier. So how do you contribute to this team as a 10th grader or a senior?
Last question, Coach, before we bring up these studs you brought with you. Can you highlight any key players who are expected to make a significant impact this season?
Okay, well, offensively, it'll have to start up front because I do think one of the things that we're proud of at Stone is we've gotten a lot stronger in the last year. So in the weight room and up front, we have an offensive lineman, Jordan Marin, who's gotten a lot of attention lately. He has a Gulf Coast offer, which he's really excited about. Pearl River's offered him with a few others. So Jordan Marion's a big, strong offensive lineman that we're excited about. I think he power cleaned 315. It's the most he's done. Just explosive guy.
He's a power clean. That's different. Power clean.
Right. So we're excited about seeing his growth because he started a year ago, but that was his first time to ever play high school football. So this will be his senior year.
Kind of what he's doing now.
Right. So now he knows what he's doing. A lot more experience. And then if we backed it up, we'll play a 10th grade quarterback who will have some growing pains, and we're okay with that. But he's had a really good summer, and Xander Howard. And then our running back is Colin Burnett. He's going to be our workhorse. If you saw him, you would understand why. He's about 5'10", 210 pounds, state power lifter. So he's our strong guy who, when we need to play, he's going to be the guy that makes it. And then on the edge, we're really excited about KJ Galloway. He has some JUCO offers right now. And opposite of him, we have another good receiver in Avion Stringfield. He broke his collarbone last year, early in the season.
Was he in Van Cleve or earlier?
Our quarterback broke his collarbone at Van Cleve. He broke his collarbone against Quitman at home, so 2 weeks before that. So
that changed y'all season too.
It did. So we had a quarterback and probably our fastest guy. KJ wouldn't admit that, but Avion, maybe our fastest guy, broke his collarbone a year or 3 weeks prior, and that set us back. But we had some leaders step up and help us win the next week against a pretty stout defensive team in Wayne County.
Yeah, that was a big win for us to go check because that gave us the edge the next week.
Absolutely, man. Coach, man, we always appreciate you giving us the time. We know you got a big season coming ahead, and we just appreciate what you do for Wiggins and Stone County. Stone Tomcat football, man. We appreciate you just coming here, and we don't take it for granted at all, man. It's just always an honor and a privilege to have you prisoners.
Yes, this is really awesome, and it's great that our guys get in front of a camera and do the same thing, because you never know when they'll be asked to do that again, even in a job interview setting, which we've talked about a little bit. So if you don't mind, I'm gonna mention a couple more players. I only spoke on the offensive side, but offensively too, we have DeAndre who will speak in just a minute, but he'll be a 3-year starter for us, and he's kind of that guy who can do it all. So he's our H-back, which is our up back that we move around. He's big and strong enough to block a defensive end, but also can get out in space and catch the football too. And then defensively, Lane Warden, who will be on in just a minute, a defensive end senior, another one of those guys who didn't have a lot of experience until this past year. And so he's just stepped it up so much, and hopefully that'll show on Friday nights. And then we would slide over to our linebacker, Dalton Stringer, who led our team in tackles. He's a senior. I think that he's set to have a good year. And then on the back end, our free safety who makes our calls and gets everybody lined up right is Fabian Dawkins, who has, to me, a cool football name, Fabian Dawkins. But he's really good on the back end. He's another one of those guys who had perfect attendance this summer, who cannot wait to get started. So thank you again, you guys.
Thank you.
Really enjoy doing this.
Appreciate it.
Get some good outdoor pictures for y'all. Check him out. Got that do-rag.
Look, he said he got.
He ain't cool.
Man, my boy said he got waves on there, man. Y'all introduce yourself, man. Y'all Stone County.
I play defensive end, Lane Warden. DeAndre Smith, tight end.
Now, do you really got waves, man? I'm gonna put you on there.
I can show you.
Wave check.
I can show you better than I can tell you.
What grade you guys in?
Going to be senior.
Seniors. So what are y'all looking forward to y'all senior year?
That ring.
Ring. Okay, I like that.
Winning season, man.
Winning season. Gotcha. Man, what's a game that y'all really looking forward to playing this year? Like, what's a game you circled on? We got to play y'all. I can't wait to get y'all. Poplarville?
Gotta get them.
Gotta get them? Why Poplarville? Is it a reason?
It's just down the road, man.
Yeah.
It's just too close. I don't like it.
Wow, game.
I just think it would be smooth to go over there and beat them on their home field.
Yeah.
That new field they got.
Yeah. Man, I love we gotta clip that. Clip that, man.
Definitely gonna be
Clip
real.
that.
Yeah. All right. So, what personal goals y'all have for the season?
I say lead the coast and tackles, and make a big impact for Stone County this year.
Definitely.
Go win the state championship. Bring it home.
That's a fun season now. What about you?
First, I got be better than how I was in the last 2 seasons, my sophomore and my junior season. Just blow my stats out the water now, and also lead the league all district, first team all district. I didn't get it last year. I won it this year. I'm coming for it all.
Definitely, man. How do y'all feel the spirit from the community, man? Like when y'all come home, when y'all play them home games at Gulf Coast Stadium, man, and those guys are sold out. How do y'all, when y'all run out there, y'all get to see the crowd? Like, what's that feeling like?
It feels good that they're coming to support us. It's a little town already. So
Right.
Show that they got that many people coming to watch us and means something to them.
Thanks. Yeah.
Because they don't got to come.
No, they don't.
They're there. Win or lose, they're still coming back next week.
They're ready for Tomcat football.
Right. All right. How do you first get involved in football? Like, what made you get into playing football?
Man,
Pee-wee.
honestly. But used to play running back in the day, man. I don't know what happened.
You outgrew everybody. You know what happened when you the biggest kid in Pee-wee. You turn into an offensive lineman in high school. What about you, boss?
My mom got me into it, but she was too scared for me to play tackle, so she had me in flag.
Yeah.
I couldn't really do it in flag. I just wanted to hit something.
Yeah.
I've been playing since I was 4, though. Playing with the Warriors, Coach Leroy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Check them out.
Coach.
All right. So, how do you cope with the pressure of expectations from your coach, your family, and the fans to succeed?
I just take it as like a challenge, you know?
Yeah.
Like, they want to see us do good, so why not go do good? So, like, they come in every Friday night to watch us. We don't need to waste their time.
Facts. All right. How does the coaching staff help prepare you guys for game day?
On game day, the week of game day, get in there, watch film, get our install in. The day after, go through everything, make sure we got our plays down, make sure everybody has what they want set, and then just keep doing that and lock in Friday.
All right. What are some of the key exercises or drills you focus on to maintain peak condition during these coast heat?
Goodness gracious. Especially in weekends. We talking about weekends with different heat. I'm gonna say that, motherfucker. Y'all go ahead. It's different.
We gotta beat the heat. As Coach Aycock said, we gotta practice later on. Can't too much practice in the hot heat. They won't let us.
You just gotta make the best of it. Turn the lights on.
All right, you been a senior, right? How do you want to be remembered?
I want to be remembered as the person that made Stone County great. I want to put us on the map. I want people to look at us and not want to play us. And I want to, help the younger guys be as good as they could be one day.
Most definitely.
I want the little kids to look up to me, man. Every time they hear the name DeAndre Smith, I want them to know who I am.
Right. All right, last question before I let you go. What do you think makes the Mississippi Gulf Coast region unique in terms of high school football culture?
Got the best athlete guy.
Thanks. Mic drop. Let's go.
Say next. Definitely got some support.
It's a lot of athletes down here, and it's big. It's a lot of people down here. It's a lot of schools. Got
many schools.
Plenty of schools to choose from.
All right, man. Well, we appreciate y'all for coming over here. We're gonna look forward to seeing y'all this season, man. Like, you ain't got no touchdown sellers that we should be looking for.
You'll see.
Yeah. What about you? You get that sack coming around that end, man. I know you got something. Yeah, what you got, man?
I know you're gonna get it. Absolutely, man. Appreciate y'all, man. Thank y'all for coming.
Appreciate y'all for coming, man. Look forward to y'all this season, man.
Appreciate it, man.
No, I won't take it. I want to see him.
Take it out.
Don't take it off, man. Thank y'all, man. Thank y'all. All right, that's day 2. We're wrapping it up, man. See y'all tomorrow.